folks, and we are back. Here we are. It's the most beautiful setup I've ever seen.
Sometimes it's the same. It's the right face, right?
Table today. And who do we have? We've got
Everyone else.
yeah, madam. Smart ass like normal.
Always.
We've got
Boomy the kitty cat wizard.
You are what you.
They're just Indian.
just can't even get it out. Yeah, I laughed
Elon
too.
Musk.
It is a joke.
We got who?
Elon.
Elon Musk.
Sheridan, Paladin of Vengeance.
Chardon, the Paladin of Vengeance. Excellent. And I kind of forgot my name right now, Sauvignon Blanc, the Clear of Asmodeus.
And we know not his favorite color.
Yes. You know not his favorite color.
So where are we currently?
all right.
So
Let's start
Give us a bit of a
So currently, the party was tasked by Boomi's mentor, who's I'll have to watch all that last episode to remember because we named the last episode and now I cannot remember. Let's go with Dave, the old human wizard. Oh, watch now.
You want to do a echo check?
Yeah. We'll pause this intro and do it very quick. And
Yeah, because we had a problem.
no,
last
nothing's
time.
happening. No, it's we're invisible.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. All right.
We are visible.
Excellent. Excellent.
Now I do have my stuff
Well,
kind of max. Like,
Yeah, let's double check it.
so this is 72 and
Like
something
echo check.
like
Echo
it's
check.
loud. I just muted everything. This has turned out pretty loud.
Unmute it, so we can try it at 72.
Shouldn't
Because I had
be-
to have it pretty loud to listen to it last time. Is that all the way
this,
full?
this is pretty high up on the 72
Yeah.
out of 103 on both.
Yeah, that's pretty high on everything. I mean, it kind of is what it is right now. We can try and change it next time if we want to.
Yeah.
With the
We'll
old,
try those ones.
we'll
That
try
are
the
charging
old
now.
speakers.
I think because they were better.
I feel they're way better somehow, like leaps and bounds. Unless we just want to reposition. You know what? We could just bring it closer. What are we even talking about?
Yeah, just,
What are we're so like. Why are we even?
whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
do your
I'll
intro.
carry on.
Yep. Do your carry on. I'm just gonna move things.
So, zoop. Party departed this area here, which is the Flaming Hands training headquarters, where the novice and junior members tend to get trained and serve the city as best they can, whereas the higher ranking people exist elsewhere within Baldur's Gate. Primarily, Charlie would know this tower, though you have seen it and only been in it on the main floor when invited. But this large, tall tower, little compound is off limits. The party was tasked to go and investigate the Church of the Last Hope, where since the mist that was flowing from the mountain, without getting way too deep into it, when you guys were having that battle over here in Rivington, Boomy spotted mist flowing out of caves and a campfire that was here. He knows there's people inside this hill complex.
Where, if I may ask, whereabouts is I think it was Tumbledown was the
Tumbledown's
town?
here.
Okay.
Tumbledown's here, and you guys were in the river veins.
Underneath, it was underneath that, like
Underneath
where-
Tumbledown is where the
yeah,
caves were,
yeah.
That's where
and
Goruk was.
specifically in this little section here, these three dark
I
ones.
recall
That's
that.
where the well comes up.
Yeah, I
Right?
recall that.
Because you guys went through the cave
And we've
system,
purified the bottom. The water at the bottom has been purified.
it was purified at the time, and you guys were down there, and then fled for your lives, right? So you go for
Something to note, from what I've gathered, we're about 13, 14 days away from needing to be at the bottom of said well.
Yeah, that's when the festival. Or
you don't
whatever-
need to be there.
Well, that's something that I would like to go back and revisit.
Something you should witness at least once.
I think so,
Once in
yeah.
an eon or two.
I'm sure that Asmodeus would like us to go there as well.
You guys were again heading over to the.
I'm
Church
not
of the
going
Last
there
Hope.
on Asmodeus' behalf. I'm going there to avenge our
Goruk.
fallen.
And what was his name? Roll a d20. What was his
Goruk.
name?
Guru.
No, roll the d20. Not roll the d20. Yeah. You're going to avenge Garuk. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
there's a
that's
chance, right? And there's that will all become clear at a later time. So, you guys are on your way over here to the Church of the Last Hope to see what aid they need on behalf of the Flaming Hand, so as to better the optics, better relations. The Flaming Hand has taken a hit, and all this stuff is going on in the city under both watches' nose. And aside from Boomy and company, no longer Drakkar Noir and company,
Sad day.
Boomy and company uncovered caves in the river veins and an ancient site where like old rituals and powerful magic were done. You encountered, found your way down and found that pool, those stone faces that were lined up, and by analyzing the runes, you know that in roughly 2 weeks' time is when the festival, what we know as Christmas, they call Yule, but it's to celebrate. There's something about the star called Aldebaran in the sky, which Boomy and its alignment, and Boomy was able to discern some parts about the festival's purpose, but that the ritual opens up that pool. It's like a mirror, and that leads to somewhere else and allows things through and to communicate to other sides. He also understood that in that writing there was a name called Lore, which is something that's supposed to be trapped beneath that mirror, right? The party's supposed to be going over here, Church of Last Hope, to render aid, like I said, on behalf of the Flaming Hand. And on the way, if possible, they were to stop off at the menagerie, a small zoo that houses some regular, like normal animals to have displayed for people in Baldur's Gate. It's not inexpensive to go. It's like the Metro Toronto Zoo. It's not inexpensive, but it's not cheap. They also have rarities like, as I mentioned last game, like an owl panda bear, an owl bear that's just got the markings of the panda. And you guys saw some displacer beasts. Now the owl bears were dead. Some of those wormy grubs were found and had eaten their way out from the inside, leading the party to believe that whatever caused them to fester there was ingested. The displacer beasts were being held asleep by, I can't remember his name, but his name is on the map. Cormesh, thank you. Cormesh, who is a druid who resides in Baldur's Gate. He was maintaining kind of like a control, had to concentrate on keeping the displacer beasts sedated so that any kind of study could be done on them safely, because displacer beasts are incredibly violent and evil by nature and not unintelligent. So the party had backed away, and he cast the spell. You've got evidence of the grubs. The party was purifying the well. Carl, I did that roll for you, but Rochelle, you can make a roll as well on D20. And this is a religion,
Guidance.
it's either a religion check
+4.
or it is a
Was Jay accepting your
investigation
guidance last game?
check.
He was actually happy to receive it.
I'll take any help I
I
can
will.
get.
Oh,
That's
do you
a
have
+4,
nature?
no less.
Do you have nature?
I
You have
have
nature, right?
I have religion and
You don't have nature?
I do not.
Religion and history it is. So it can be no, it can't be religion. Do you have investigation?
I do.
Investigation. If you don't have investigation, it would just be straight roll. Because Carl noticed something you did not. So Carl, as you're looking into the water, shortly after purifying it, it took you 10 minutes, both of you at the same time. Your combined magics allow you to purify a large, like all the water you can see gathering, and it's spring fed, and it fills up and it dribbles off. The overflow kind of just runs out the side. So you purified this small little catching basin, if you will. Well, not small; it's deep, but it.
The surface level of it, at least.
Well,
A
let's
good
just
amount.
bring up purify.
Water.
This is purified food and drink, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would
I
work
think there's
for
one
water.
that's just straight up purify.
That's a higher
Water.
thing. It's control water.
Control water is
And
You accidentally clicked on detect magic
I
instead.
did. Okay, so we'll just do this. Purified food and drink. Probably be right here. Why is it not over here?
Just
Yeah, click there.
Click on,
I did.
click on.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a. There we go.
There we go.
Thing is, first level transmutation ritual, the 5-foot radius sphere. So you're able to get a 10-foot radius. So you like basically 40-foot sphere of. So you get a fair amount of water. Like this entire well. You doubt the well's like 40 feet, 20 feet deep. Right?
All
The
right.
source
So I
is
mean,
still,
the
source
source
is still
is in
correct.
question. But
So
At least
shortly
we have, like,
after,
diluted the
shortly
poison.
afterwards, Carl, what we discussed, and then you told me not to say anything on your check that you made. You see a faint.
I just want to clarify. I told not to say anything to me because I didn't want to know.
Yeah,
I said
we
I
were
don't
just
want any
chatting and I
additional
rolled, and
information.
I'm like,
Nothing. I want to know.
Because
Like,
she might have noticed it too, right? And if she didn't notice,
I want to know when we get here. Just,
so Carl, so you notice there's a slight. The way the light's hitting the water is like the light's refracting, but it's refracting in a way that kind of leaves like a faint pinkish purplish hue, kind of centralized, not like dispersed through the water. It's like a little pod, and it's spreading out from that point, right? So you've done the purified food and drink, all the water that you can believe is being fed from this spring, but it's like leaking in still from the source. The water leaks out of a section of wall that runs down an open piece of bamboo, like a little thing that goes into it.
So do I have any way to perhaps cast like mending on that a couple times and like
On
close
what?
the crack that's within the well that's allowing it to
It's
come
not a
out?
crack; it's an opening specifically made.
Okay, all right. So there's nothing I can do. So it's
That's how
from
the well's
further
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Further
You could
off
cork
where the-
it or something if you wanted to.
Yeah, but then it
lock
also
up.
stops the well from filling with water.
Correct.
Okay, so I mean, it's like either you fill it with poison or you don't fill it at all. I mean, it's probably better to not fill it at all.
It's your
If
guys'
it's
choice.
poison.
Do whatever you like to do with it. There is something about this that is leaking and that is not good. And again, you believe because those things on your medicine checks you made last game that those worms were erupting from its stomach, leading you to believe it was ingested. You inspected the feed and found no trace, leading you to believe it was water. Right?
So
We may want to block the well just so
yeah, for now at least, let's cover it up and put caution tape on it. You want to do another echo check, by the way, since we moved the
We
speakers?
can. I'm going to
Yeah.
open up the thing as well because I want. It all needs to be basically done with the map. Boogity boogity boo. Boogity boogity boo.
All right, that sounds a little
Alright.
better, doesn't it?
Well,
Sounds
it's the
all
same.
better.
Same.
Well, no, because I brought all
haven't
the
changed.
speakers closer, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
They're like, there's one right above my head now.
Oh, okay. So I should.
Yeah, unmute it, unmute it, unmute it. I want to hear you excited. I want to make sure that you excited as you go set it off.
No! Don't touch me there, Carl. Don't touch me there, Carl.
All right, we got the echo.
Into
We got the
infinity.
echo.
We got the echo. We got the echo.
There you go. All right.
I'm glad you enjoyed my toilet paper too. So that's where we're at. You guys are at this well. It's been cleansed. The source it's not the source. The water that was cleansed is once again polluted again. But it was a ritual you cast. You burned no spells. It took you 10 minutes to do so. The zookeeper is there. Tormesh is there. Zookeeper she introduces herself as Marianne, I believe, unless I gave her a name last game. We'll call her Marianne. She is distraught. She's talking to the druid about how expensive, how much she paid for these displaced beasts, and those owl bears weren't cheap. And it like Tormesh was involved. You pick up that Tormesh was involved in the purchase, and it is involved in the acquisition of the natural selection of beasts. The aberrations, like displaced beasts, or new things she's been bringing in. So the menagerie is still open for you guys to. What did we get? You guys are at the menagerie. Okay, so this is what I tried to depict last game. You entered in here. I just had it built backwards. you enter in this location and kind of came down in, and this being the area where we had the owl panda bears. This is the area where you guys had gone down the keeper's entrance that leads to a shallow, narrow tunnel where they can just go up and dispense with the feed and whatnot and caretaking. And these are outbuildings where the tunnel comes up in here, and this is where they would tend to the animals. And the displacer beasts are kept in this rather large pen, which are fairly new exhibit. What does have any questions for anybody or anything you'd like to do or say, or anywhere else you would like to examine within the menagerie? You are welcome to. They are Tormesh and Marianne are in a discussion about the well-being of the creature. She's upset and how, you know, basically like her husband is also sick, so she's dealing with this. She's very stressed.
We'll explain that it's the well that's done this.
It's been spring fed. It's never fed us before. My husband's family owned the menagerie before us.
Does the druid know the source of this spring? Deeper in the.
There's said to be a connection to, like the elemental plane of water somewhere in that hill somewhere, but like people don't. Like, I don't know where it is. I've never explored beneath there. Yeah, he maintains his area here. Most people in Baldur's Gate, a lot of the city folk believe him to be just some hobo, a dwarven hobo who like just maintains the shoreline, and they allow him to basically he has a natural shelter that he's made. Yeah, he's doing his best to console her. He knows, like I said, it's spring fed from somewhere in the elemental plane of water, but it could also this could be fed from runoff from rainwater that pools up and fills up pockets and runs down. This flowed fairly constantly as long as they're like for at least he's been here, which has been 15 years or so. So there could be large pools of water beneath there. It's said that there's a connection to the elemental plane of water beneath there. The water boils up from the earth from there, but he knows not where it would be. But since you're wearing their flaming hand revelry, right? And are you? Yeah. Okay, and you are as well, right? So, he asked like, how is it? He's asking you guys, how is it that the events that come to pass? He's nearby the training grounds and has seen the ship go out. He knows people who come and go from that area. He hasn't seen he's like the large lizard person. I used to enjoy conversing with that, but he's again obviously not remembering his name. That large lizard person who used to go hunting around the shore. He would bring me salmon, and he would bring me large, fish that he would find, and we would trade and talk and converse. And he was a great person to get information from about, the places not here, places not near here. Like he goes up and down the river where Cormesh is quite comfortable. There's trying to make sure that no damage is done by this. So that's what he knows about the source of the water.
Do you know any caves or entrances into the hills?
I mean, there's a lot of hills there's a lot of entrances around here. He knows of one, like some that are up on the ridge lines, and a lot of they're places kids go and hang out, and they smoke the halfling's leaf, and they little tunnels. There's one. He steps outside and he looks over, and you see that low hanging juniper bush on the hill over there. The pathway leads from the farm fields over here, and it's a fairly long walk to get there, but there's an entrance over there where they sit and they smoke and they drink. You'll find it unfortunately littered more often than not with refuse, but they're really doing no harm, so far be it for me to break up humans fun. Their lives are so short.
The well would be made out of stone, yes.
This area is like it's a stone kind of like well where the water would run in, and then there's an overflow check valve kind of thing.
As a dwarf, I feel like I could do some stone cutting
Stone cutting, okay. So
to see,
let's see what stone
investigate it
does, and I will.
further.
Okay, so
Is the origin of the stonework would lead to something.
oh,
Nice misspell. I'm so used to typing it in.
could be, yeah, but that's not usually my genre. It's not my usual genre, Carl. But I mean,
That's what we do in the hills.
stoned coming. No, damn you. Whatever you get history, tell
couldn't even blame autocorrect for that one.
proficient history skills and double your proficiency bonus check instead of your normal. You basically have expertise in history checks to determine stonework.
Right.
This well was built over 50 years ago. Tormesh has only been here for 15, 20 years, but the woman's husband's family owned this place beforehand, so it's been at least 50 years old, at least since it was these stones were placed here. The wooden piece of bamboo would have to be that guides the water in would have to be replaced for to make sure it was at least moved and sanded down and cleaned to prevent.
Would I be able to tell like how far the stones go?
By not with stone cutting. This is like, how old is this tunnel? How long ago was this tunnel
Oh,
built?
okay, erected.
You're a hill dwarf, right?
Yay.
I don't know what that means.
I am a hill.
Could I? Is there anyone around that we could talk to that might like a hunter or someone who goes into the woods and the mountains frequently that we might be able to just like press for some information? Not even press, just ask for information to see if they know where this stream could be that could be poisoned and
Like one
leading
of
into the well.
that has water
Well, see, people, I do have a few rangers that I had, like, and wilderness scouts that I have dealings with that either bring me creatures or I will go short distances. I don't travel too far from my home, but to bring back these creatures. What?
Oh, let's get my hand.
I handed it.
Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on? All right. So, are there any in particular who live deep in the hills who have spoken to previously about having seen a vast amount of water or a plane of water? Since I mean, you described it as saying, "Oh, some people believe it
The
comes
last
from the
person
elemental
I
plane of
know
water."
who went through those hills is the gentleman who brought me these placer pieces. He's been here for quite some time, and his name is Raylick. And he comes into town from time to time and gets his supplies. And again, we converse. He was a friend of. Yeah. You know.
Oh, group.
Yeah, I think is that it? I think that's who. Yeah, he was good for he's starting to beat himself up a bit because he can't, keep things straight or whatever.
You remember his own friend's name.
Good friend's name.
Want me to write it on a piece of paper for you?
I don't know if that's necessary, but I mean, sure. I'm sure I'll remember it now. Garuk, you said. Yeah. How could I forget? Okay. I could arrange a meeting for him. I could send a message to him, and he like very quietly looks around, and a singular mouse just kind of runs out from somewhere and heads over towards him. I could send a message. You like?
Or just someone that's noticed some unusual activity in the mountain?
Well, again, he doesn't. It's a hill. It's not so
Or
much a
hill,
mountain, right? It's not that he's in there all the time. It's that he went in there specifically because there's some fairly deep tunnels in there, and Ray seems to have a handy way of, no matter how lost he gets, being able to find his way out. He's gotten himself and myself out of a few sticky situations. But I'll send message to you, and he like picks up the mouse on his finger and he's talking to it, and he lets it go, and the mouse hurries away very rapidly.
Were the situation sticky because the stone was coming?
You've been sitting on
It
that
was
for
more-
a good 45 seconds, haven't you?
I have.
It was more-
for a pause.
It was more glossy.
All right. So do you have any way of knowing
He'll
where
probably
this man
get-
might be?
Yes, he tends to frequent. Can't buy you a coffee, Blue Ace. Or that wasn't Blue Ace. Sorry, it was Mike Schley. I love your maps, but I'm not gonna. I'll get you a coffee after the game.
I'll chip in a coffee. I'll just pay you for it, so you can make it a lump sum.
Sorry.
All right. They've got the map as our focal point.
He's known to head to the Cloakwood, and that's generally where he is. He tends to like the shoreline, but he does come when he's summoned. Can't. He looks. I can't cast a spell message because he's too far away. You're a druid too. So we're talking to you. He'll probably. He's pretty quick. He'll probably be here in 2-3 days. If you can wait that long. I understand you have the Flaming Hand has a fair number of people in the mountain right now keeping watch on some tunnels or something that someone found. So at least they're secured.
We tell them don't drink water from the well.
They're boarded up.
Goes over and he puts his hand on the stone wall and he smears it back and forth, and the stone becomes like clay as he molds it and like presses it like slowly. He's like, now this, bear in mind, this means it's backing up somewhere, right? I don't know where
That'll be
this
good.
is. Like
Well,
what's
not
going to
if we're
happen?
hopeless.
Let's
Not if we're going
identify
in
the
there.
source.
This is only a small hole, but I don't know how many other people are attached to the well that come from the same source. And if someone could bring, if anyone can bring me a small amphibious or swimming creature, I'd be happy to send it swimming up here and get information from it. It could let you know. I mean, it might die in the process, but I mean, what's a goldfish? I just don't have one.
I remember the last goldfish that we had.
Hold on.
Does anybody have fine?
Pop, have a babel fish.
Do you have fine familiar?
I do, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up.
You don't want a goldfish?
Iziar's chilling right now. He's
True.
chilling right now in my
Send him
robes.
What's the name of that?
Does he swim?
He flies.
Shape stone. There it is. Stone.
Yes,
That's the one.
Shapestone, yeah. It's like a level 3 spell, but he's like,
No, it's not.
yeah, Shapestone. It's like level 3. It's a good one. So.
It is. He can do level 3.
Yeah. No level 2. There's the level 3. 7 on level 1. I think it's level 3. Yeah.
No.
Stone shape.
Well, the stone is a-
Fourth level.
Whoa, crazy!
My man's
problem.
rocking it.
Yeah,
But
he's
he's
not-
like
he's
7th
no-
level.
He's no chum. He's not 7th level.
How does he cast this then?
He's 7th level.
He's not, yeah, you never said
Oh,
anything about
yeah. 8, 9, 10, 11. Minimum. I should have said minimum 7. Right?
No, but like,
Yeah, that's
you
a
know.
good spell.
it is.
And he just was all casual about casting it. He's like, I got multi-slot.
Yeah.
It means nothing to me.
I mean, it's important. It's not that it means nothing. It's that it's important, right? But he was on nonchalant about it because he's a hippie man. It's more impressive that way. So,
Are there any fish or amphibians in the zoo? Or are they more?
most of them are fairly large. He asks Marianne, does she still have the jellyfish that she used to have? No, they were incredibly difficult to keep. So no, she wasn't able to keep them. And
jellyfish sting.
Yeah. There was an octopus we had, but like a little while ago, but it was only like maybe a week ago. But someone took it. It was only young. Boomy remembers, but Boomy remembers the other one being bigger. And this is fairly recent. A week ago, that didn't happen a week ago. Like that was like a month ago at least, right? So their octopus was stolen like a week ago. Right? And then you hear this strange blood curdling sound from elsewhere in the menagerie, and the sound of ripping, and then it's very quiet. And that you hear it from inside the building you're in. You feel like, oh, you hear the sound, like a ripping sound, and
What ripping?
ripping.
Yeah, I know.
Like flesh ripping or
yeah,
like
paper
material?
ripping. Like what is ripping?
Something wet, and
A wet ripping.
A wet
sound?
ripping sound is the best way to.
I've heard those before.
But not fart
Funky
like.
too.
Certainly not fart like.
So is it
You
a
hope it's
sound
not
that
fart like.
if you picked up a steak, cut it a little bit, then used your hands and ripped it apart, is that what it would sound like?
With blood curdling screaming inside.
Okay, all right.
And then
So
it lasts for about
Human or animal?
impossible to tell. Well, not impossible. Human or animal, Rochelle? Roll the dice.
That would be what? Insight?
That would be a nature check.
I don't have
Act
nature.
intelligence.
But it would just be
11.
So
It's
17.
Rochelle. If it was a human, you feel very sorry for that human. To me, it's definitely a human sound. Definitely a human
Oh, it's her
sound.
husband.
And then, yeah, you're inside the building and you hear like the ripping sound. It takes about 10 seconds, and she's like, she's like, she's like, look, she's fearful. She starts towering and is looking around at all the other like adventurers around her, right?
Where's your husband?
Last when I left him, he was at our house, which I don't know where I put my. So, you guys are currently discussing things in this building here. They live at this dock over here, but that's where she. That's not where it came from. It's not working, but that's where she left him, and he was supposed to stay there. He was feverish and a little delusional. He was sweating profusely. I mean, he probably had some of this water. I mean, I'd be grateful if someone. I hope that wasn't his bowels emptying on the floor again. But it didn't sound. It wasn't like that last time. But it hasn't been pleasant.
All right, let's head in the direction.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess
So-
we're going that way.
But
feel
the
like you're being
noise,
bossy today.
the noise you hear comes like it came from like nearby this building, not that far away.
Head in that direction.
Heading towards the sound of.
Boomy will walk slightly behind Sheridan.
Is there how many people are out? Are there people out on
I'll
the
be
street?
And what side?
Somewhere
Sorry,
in the
sorry.
middle.
On what side do you
We
hold
know-
your shield on? On your left side. Boomy's on his left side.
I have a shield.
I'm a wizard. I know what this.
Are there
I'll
like
walk
I'll walk
people
straight
out
beside
and
him.
stuff?
No,
Remember,
this is closed. Right now, the
Oh,
menagerie is closed.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
We're still in the menagerie. Sorry, I thought we were going out on the street.
You're welcome to do what you guys like.
Well, I would like to go towards the sound of the scream.
Okay.
Yep, Sauvignon is
But-
going as well.
Yeah, we'll all go as a group.
So you head in the direction of this this building here, which is like a veterinary place where they take in really sick animals and whatnot. And as you're walking over there, you hear the noise again, and from the very back of the line, Marianne is like, there was a pregnant moose that we had that was in that building. She's not due for another 6 weeks. And moose don't usually make a lot of noise. Don't usually make a lot of noise. They can, but that didn't sound like moose noise. Right? And it's coming from that building, and you hear it again. So you head toward the building. Door is closed. It's locked. She has the key. Puts the key out like this. She doesn't want to go anywhere near there right now.
I'll take the key.
She stays at the back of the line and like is standing behind the people, behind the guy with the shield.
I also have a.
Behind all of you.
Unlock it. I was like, unlock it. I'm not gonna take the time.
Before
I'm gonna
before
push the door with my shield.
Okay.
And take my sword back up.
There's a large moose sitting like kind of surrounded by red fleshy matter all around it. Give me a perception check.
Are there any like side entrances or anything that I can sort of see? Get in from another angle.
There are windows. There are
That are
windows.
open?
They're not open now.
Yeah.
Right? 18. So you see a moose and it is surrounded in red matter and there's like bits of large like shaggy like fur in that red viscera that's like spread around the place. But the outline it's fairly dark inside. You have dark vision, I believe.
Yes.
Right? So and yours it's 60-foot dark vision, so you can see the entire of the room in black and white. So even with that, you can see it glisten like a little bit of like stuff like the wetness about it, and then you see like some parts of this moose that are no longer look moose-like. Like there's like, and that's what you see. Kind of huddled on the ground, cleaning it. But you see it as you watch it. It starts wiping itself and moving and cleaning itself like an insect, and like wiping off like bits of its flesh. And like, have you ever seen the movie The Void? Have you seen The Void? It's like trying to remove its outer layer of flesh as it's like, it's like shedding its skin like a snake, but that's not the natural thing for a moose to do.
No.
Now,
It's like Annihilation. You seen Annihilation?
I have not, but is it the similar kind of thing I'm describing?
These things are yeah,
Okay.
just fucked up animals.
Color out of space kind of thing? This is what we're doing. Well, let's see. All of a sudden I'm getting Spaceball vibes. What is Sherigan going to do to the moose?
Okay, this is no longer a moose.
Okay.
I knew it.
Oh,
It was
there we
surrounded
go.
by
Now it's
And
in
as
assholes.
focus.
a former paladin from the north,
Oh,
It's a
assholes.
massive
a northern
creature.
paladin?
I am disgusted by this.
It is
Is
a
their casting cost
massive
white,
creature.
white, and 2? And are you 3/3? Can you tap to destroy a black permanent? All right.
I think he could. He could turn. So
Cool.
that
Alright.
is
On the
this.
table.
And
I'm gonna-
it's far away from you guys. Again, it's like behind. It's in an enclosure. It's even a moose, a regular moose, is a danger to be around if you're,
Sure.
trying to
Yep.
do things to it. So
Mooses.
it's in an enclosure. But it's like you can see it's got 6 appendages and these 2 arms that are like spreading out of its side. It's using to clean off
So
like a praying mantis would, kind of.
I'm gonna kind of turn on my spidey sense here.
Is not undead. It's not undead. But what else can you do?
I'm gonna
Fiend-
cast.
fiend, celestial, or undead.
Fiend. Fiendish. Yeah.
Before we go in, I'll bless the party. I'll cast a level 1 spell bless.
I refuse it. I've studied.
I
I've
accept
studied-
his twice.
Yeah,
Not
that's
a bad
okay. I refuse it.
So
Are you saying you studied or something?
you walk
Oh,
inside.
I know those figures.
Oh, yeah?
I refuse the blessings.
Do a check. Do a check on
So,
it.
I'm
Make
gonna
him do a
use-
check, Adam. See if this character actually knows this, or if
Oh,
Adam
He's,
knows it.
he's a wizard. It's his duty to know such things. Do you have religion? The religion skill? You have the
Ooh,
arcana skill.
I've got Arcana and Religion,
Give me okay.
and I've
Well,
got. So I'm +7.
That one.
2.
Oh
What?
shit!
But that's like
That's
that's
it.
like not knowing
No,
who Helen
no,
is or not knowing
no, right. You know who Asmodeus is, but at this time you're a little fuzzy on the details. But you don't want dealings with them. Like you've studied,
Yeah.
you're proficient. That's what that means. You've read books. You're proficient. You recognize the name. You know it's certainly not favorable to you, and so therefore you know
You have misunderstood the aspirations of Asmodeus. I want to bring peace through law, peace through truth, peace through justice.
I don't need them
Defend
fiddling
the
in
realm.
I don't
from-
need just. I don't.
of the demon.
So
I don't need
everything
them
is,
fiddling in
ever present
the-
is my channel divinity.
our plane.
Okay.
Abjure enemy,
Abjure enemy.
which is as an action, represent my holy symbol. Prepared in channel divinity, I choose one creature within 60 feet. That I can see.
Yep. You can.
Creature must make a wisdom saving throw unless it is immune to frightened. Fiends and undead have disadvantage. On a failed save, creature is frightened. For 1 minute, I am tripped. Or until it takes damage while frightened. Speed is 0.
Oh, its speed is 0. It can't flee from you even.
Can't benefit from any bonus to its speed.
What do you say? How do you denounce it?
And it does. It's cleaning itself. You see it stop cleaning
Yeah.
itself. And in the same motions as cleaning itself, it's now got both these arms kind of on that side. And it's like lowering its head. And you can see it leaning away like it wants to leave, but you can see it trembling. Right?
It's a free action to speak. We're killing this thing, right? Okay. We enter initiative.
Just to let you know, you three.
Currently, it has no speed.
Yeah.
And it is frightened and cowering. So there's no need to enter initiative as of yet.
Okay, I would like to take a shot. I'd like to really just line it up, make sure I'm going right
Now-
for the
now-
head.
Just for the record, not that your character would know, but the thing he just used,
Okay.
makes its speed 0, and it's 60 feet away from you. So do what you like with the tactic.
Oh,
just
I
the
didn't realize
facts.
we were 60 feet.
That was the
away.
thing I was just saying. It's
Wow, you did
normally
that from
undead.
far.
Normally undead, if they're turned,
Yeah.
flee.
Yeah.
It can't flee.
Okay.
So and it's in a cage. It's not like it has anywhere to go.
It's in a cage.
Well, it's in an enclosure, not a cage. It's in an enclosure because it's
Yeah.
in a veterinary center.
I don't
Oh,
trust
I
that
didn't know that.
enclosure to hold it.
I thought that it was just like
That's
there.
probably a wise
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, I don't trust.
You don't know
enclosure to
anything
hold it.
about this new kind of creature you're
No.
seeing. You would recognize, and you might recognize it as being a moose, but when it was a natural moose, it was a dire moose. It was a large, like massive moose, still an herbivore at that time.
Now it's probably not.
I'm not saying it isn't. I mean, make your assumptions as you will, but it's not pretty.
Yeah, I would like to move in
To an all meat diet.
to an
You're welcome to take your shot. I just wanted to make sure everyone
Yeah.
has the facts.
Absolutely. No, I would like to move into like an advantageous position where I can just see it perfectly.
Okay, so same kind of setup, not as big of like a 10-foot ramp. It's like a platform, and then there's like a little raised section.
Yeah.
Where you would enter to keep the creature in, and to get in, you walk down a ramp, and there's a door at the side. Same key that opened the door will open that side door. You can shoot over this
I was
railing.
gonna say I'm
from a
gonna stand
distance.
up at the top. Yeah. Up on
Yeah,
the
and
railing.
take your shot. You're welcome to do so. I can build it out. I don't think we need
No.
to, but
This thing's trapped.
And to
this
let you
thing's
know,
trapped, and it
can't move.
has no speed. And right now, it is a feared.
I should also let you know that because of the blessing, you also have, whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you get a D4 and add that number to the attack roll or saving throw. So on your D20, you also get to add a D4 to that roll. And that
Is that-
applies to the three of you.
Beautiful.
Is that on the next one or everyone? For
Well,
the-
I'm
Everything's
gonna-
for the duration for
I'm gonna-
3 party members. Boop, boop, boop.
Ideally, gonna do some rogue things here because this thing hasn't moved either. I roll with advantage on this, right? I'm going to assume so.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Right now,
And you add a D4 to that.
Yeah.
And you add a D4.
So I
And you
have
add a
disadvantage.
D4.
I know.
So I have
19 then.
so you hit. So that's like total 19 or 19?
9 total.
Oh, as your highest with advantage.
Including
and
his
you-
thing.
No, you roll the D4. You have to roll a D4 and add it to
I
that
thought
number.
okay, well, it was
No,
gonna
no,
be,
no. You are
So I
blessed.
rolled
So it's
2
20.
8s. I rolled 2 8s.
Okay, so
And
you're-
then I have plus 7.
Okay.
All right.
I have +7, so that's 15 plus.
A D.
Oh,
No, it's a D.
Oh, it's a D4.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I got that
Second
here
one.
too. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy.
So 19.
Paying out. Yeah.
Good.
No.
I don't hit.
Well, you hit its antlers. It bounces off the antler.
If I hit something that hasn't moved, it's a guaranteed.
But
crit.
it,
That's my
but
thing.
you
It's
didn't
a,
hit it. That's what I'm saying. The AC 20. So you almost hit it,
Oh,
and it bounces off the bone antlers. That's what, like, you know.
Asmodeus can only do so much, my son. Let us pray.
You get. Was that with your steady aim and everything?
I was with advantage.
You have advantage because no one ate.
Okay, so that was
It's
just one
this
shot.
is a surprise round. It's just sitting there.
That was just a shot.
It was just a shot.
Yeah, so I do have a second crossbow.
Correct. You don't. You didn't have to use your precise shot to get advantage.
Sure. Okay.
No,
So
it's busy. I mean, it's just ripped its way out of its host, right? Or
Well,
shed its host.
I guess
you
with
will.
my second shot,
Not with the
And D4.
that was
Add the
16,
D4.
17.
so
Add the D4.
This
Add the
shot
D4.
wouldn't have advantage.
okay.
So
I'll take the
one.
lower.
It
I'll
doesn't
take the
matter. Yeah,
lower.
take
And
the
add the
lower.
D4. Add the D4.
Plus
20,
three,
AC
Yeah,
20.
buddy.
20. Yeah, I hit.
The AC
26.
20. So like.
Okay.
So now you do throw your handful of d6.
I guarantee. I believe I throw 7d6. Now.
Because it's a because of your precise shot. No,
Oh,
because
so-
of your
Sneak attack.
sneak attack.
Sorry.
What's that rogue thing that you took?
Piercer.
Piercer. That's what it is. That's why you get.
Piercer
the
is
extra D6.
1d6 on any crit pierce.
That's what. Yeah. And that goes into the. That goes into the crit as well. So that's fine. So it's 7d6. 6 times 7 is 42 to start,
42 to start.
and then you roll 7d6.
42. 46 to start.
No,
42.
7 times 6 is 42.
The number 42.
42.
That's pretty good.
There,
And then how many am I rolling?
7.
7 of them. Yeah. Holy crap.
That crit you
And I
got.
get to re-roll 1. So, that's. My brain is completely fried. So 42 plus 25.
67. Your arrow sinks. The entire there's no way you get this back because the entire arrow sinks into the chest cavity of this fleshy new body. Takes it 76 damage. We said 67. Sorry,
67.
67. Just numeric for a second there, like Justinius Treegood from Mount Tree Hill.
His wife
And I have
His
seasons
wife is
of being this
Christia
numeric,
Freehill
and the rest of
or
the
whatever.
seasons are spent. So you see the bolt like sink inside it. It lets out. It lets out a now familiar not familiar, but you've heard it before, blood curdling scream as the bolt vanishes within its chest cavity in its entirety. You can see it still. Now, my question for you, Shardigan, is
taking
now it's
damage.
taking damage.
It's
Is
over.
it still feared or is it speed 0?
No,
It's canceled
So
then.
it's 0. It's up to a minute, or until he takes damage.
I apologize for ending your spell.
It's okay.
I just wanted to make. I just wanted
It's all right. I would have used the other one, but that's okay.
Oh.
No, I got 2 options for you. I just wanted to try that one because he's feed, right? So
It would have been cool. There's things you could.
I was giving people time.
I apologize.
So.
like
Fuck! Kill it! Get it! Kill it! Shoot it! Okay. Still an initiative. It's technically a surprise round. So, if anyone wants to do anything,
Cast Shield of Fate. Bonus action for me. And move in.
because the first thing you did was you abjured it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still trapped. Its speed was 0. It gets plowed. Ting plow.
Oh, you
Sorry.
said we're like 60 feet, right? So
60 feet.
take
So
my-
doubling your movement.
And then as a bonus which adds 2.
And
to my
anyone
AC.
anyone near you. So you have to make an athletics check, not a hard one,
Yep.
just to land the jump over as part of the movement. DC 10.
Well, I rolled a 14. I think.
Okay, so you're good. Just basically, if you're not gonna, as long as you don't trip, you're good.
Yep.
So you hop down, ding, ching, as you hit the ground, and your metal hits the ground, and you carry on. You have to double your movement to get there, which means you can charge. So at the end of your charge, you can take an attack. Right? But now looking at this thing again, the area like directly adjacent to it. If it wasn't difficult to get to, but it's so wet and slimy, and you're standing on like loose flesh, and it's slippery.
Right.
To move from this location, right? I'll need just a dexterity check just to see if you slip.
Okay.
To my defense,
Do you want to get a base
I
or
asked
something, Barry, so
directly
he's
if we're
not
killing
on
this
this gray?
before I
to make
ran
it
up
look
and tried
better?
to kill it.
It's up to you, but I know that you would like it.
You're up on the ledge.
I do have an action left.
You have an attack that you can make. Not an action. We house rule. If you charge and you're a fighter class,
Yep.
You just run in, double your movement, get one attack, not 2.
No, and that's fine. I'm going to use my action not to attack.
Okay.
And I'm going to put
Oh,
Hunter's mark
Okay.
on him.
Cool.
Which basically, I deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target. Whenever I hit it, it's up to an hour.
Yeah, I don't have a dwarf.
Do you need dwarven druid clerics?
Oh, I don't have a mini?
No, I don't.
Oh. Do you want to paint one, Rochelle?
Maybe.
I got
I'm not very good at painting.
a guy like that.
Why?
I
You just keep
love
doing
it. I love it. Welcome to the show.
Hey, he's supposed to be quite handsome. Don't think that will work.
Oh,
Yes!
Yes!
Points in my book,
Look at that
buddy.
smile!
I gotta say,
My
His
book.
head's too big.
his bowl
That's
cuts.
whack.
Yeah, his bowl cuts a little bad. Yeah, he's kind of got a bit of a weird. He's got a bit of a weird hairline.
Yeah, he's also got
That's
this
funny.
giant
Yeah.
head.
I do have a dwarf. Here you go, Rochelle. There's a dwarf caster. You'd rather use generic black mage from Final Fantasy 3, or you have this guy's kind of druid-like. I think you brought that one and contribute that one to the mix, bud. You can't have heavy armor, so I can't give you any of the many dwarves with.
I would say 90% of your dwarves are going to be in chainmail or
Yeah.
higher.
There you go. That one's kind of good.
Hey, but he doesn't have a beard. We'll just pretend he doesn't have a beard.
Do they make dwarf minis without beards?
I have ones that haven't been painted. Oh, I don't know. This one doesn't have a beard because it's a female dwarf. It's from beyond the 90s when dwarven women shaved their lustrous beards. Didn't condition them rigorously. So you run up, you hunters marked it, and so you're not okay, cool. So that's where you already are. You're happy there. That's your turn on the surprise round. Is anyone else gonna do anything on the surprise round?
Do a DC 16 Wisdom save.
With disadvantage because that yours is canceled. I'm no longer frightened. Is the thing, right? I fail.
16.
Was it told dead? Got it in.
This thing has just become bloodied, and it's you like looking at this thing, it's horribly misshapen. As it's still shaking, as it's like about to enter combat, shaking off bits of its flesh and stuff like that. It's you can't tell the color of its blood because there's no light, but it is leaking a fair amount of thing from that hole in its neck, and you can't see any sign of the bolt that just squished its way into the. But you'd expect a wound like that to have like a sucking sound. It isn't. But like, you know, it's
Silent.
so anybody else want on this pressure? And otherwise, yeah, we will.
So I've still got bless going right now. I'll go like so. How far am I? How far is my character from it? Like
So
60
We're
feet
all
as well.
kind of
then, in that
standing
case?
around the edge.
All right, cool. So
Yeah.
city 60 feet.
Yeah.
Cool. Fools rush in.
Lord Asmodeus will be pleased if we bring him back to where he belongs.
And I'll do my 60 feet and be able to make my attack since I'm
bonus action.
I'm not no just a regular since I'm a war cleric. He said that if it was like a more fightery class that it could.
No,
do
I
that.
said if it was a fighter D10 or higher, like fighter class gets. But you
Well,
can
I
you
thought
can
you were
make
making
it.
an exception for me in my backyard since
Oh,
I was a war cleric specifically.
No. D10s fighter class. You can make. You still have your bonus action that you can make an attack with.
I don't want to do that. I had a whole plan.
You
All right, well, I
not-
don't want to rush in then in that case. Is that all right? Because I thought that.
You've taken your hand off. No,
Well,
you're fine.
I thought
I'm kidding, Carl. I'm kidding.
I thought
You didn't even make your athletics check to jump
I
down
thought-
yet, so I don't mind if you. I don't
Well,
mind if you.
I thought that we were saying that I would also get that can attack off of a rush
war
since I'm a
cleric
war
is-
cleric specifically. If I wasn't a war cleric, no. But
I
I'm
just
a
don't want to get into the
specific war
habit
clearer.
of making exceptions.
This is a
of
house
how-
rule anyway.
house-
It's our own house
But
rule.
it was a house rule originally for the fighter classes, like fighters, paladins, barbarians,
War-
clerics. As much as you are a war cleric, you are still a cleric,
That's true.
right?
But I'm
You're-
a war cleric.
But a cleric still.
One
So I'm gonna go with this is for officially.
why don't you go for a vote? Why don't you go for a vote?
Oh,
How does it
DM
make
is
you?
the vote.
How does it make you feel?
That's the one I'm looking for.
Oh no.
Yeah, Carl. It's up to
No.
this.
Is silly a good thing or a bad thing?
Makes me angry. The concept makes me angry, Carl.
All right, so can I not go 60 feet in there?
You
and
cannot
rush
charge-
in
you
in order
cannot
to
rush in.
attack?
You haven't even made your athletics check, so we don't even
Alright.
know if you would have made it there.
All right, cool. So can I? So I don't want to make an athletics check. I just straight up do a strength. Do a straight strength.
Are you going to charge in then? Is that what you're doing?
Well, no, I'm not going to charge in because I know
So-
that there's no point in doing it. I'm
So
just going to
jumping
go
into
down.
the pit.
Oh, you're jumping into the pit.
I'll just
so I'll
get
put
in-
you back where you put yourself.
Well, no, you can move me backwards more than 30 feet. If I can't do an attack, why would I be like, let me get into hand to hand and what's up?
So you're here. You're at the edge
Sure.
of the thing.
Sounds good. All right, I'd come back. I'm still backing you up. Just so you know, you have blessing, so you have +4 on your attack. Just so you know. So I'm gonna summon a spiritual weapon at this point, and I'm gonna send my spiritual weapon into attack
Okay.
with my bonus action after doing that.
Okay.
And I'll told it I get my real action too. Yeah,
You already
because I
moved
just
your
went down
30
30 feet. That's
30
it.
feet, yeah.
We
So
don't need to blow a lot of spells on this thing.
I'll
I
told
know
the dead,
you're
I'll told the dead.
welcome to.
Told the dead.
Yeah,
DC
don't
16.
worry about
I will
spiritual
accept
weapons and stuff like that.
all
Let's
your
just-
all your
15.
offerings.
DC
This
15.
is a thing trapped in a pit. We could have all just shot it.
I got no shoot. I gotta get down there.
If we're gonna kill it, we're killing it.
DC 15. 15.
So I made save. Oh, it's actually 16 now because I do my shield
Whoa!
because my shield it was 15 because previously
Yeah.
I didn't have the shield
plus
with
one
the
shield.
emblazoning on it, so now it's actually a DC.
Are you saying
16.
you didn't upgrade your character sheet? Was it saying?
No, I'm saying that. Remember, I didn't put the symbol of Asmodeus on the shield, which meant that I couldn't use it as my
Right.
focus. But
'Cause
this
you were
one
hiding
is
the fact.
focused because he's not
So
hiding.
he fails
anything.
because it's
Yeah, it is a
plus
DC
0.
16. Yeah.
Did you basically just erase the name and put a new name on it?
Of course not. So it's a D12. Oh,
He didn't want to. He's 2d12.
It's 2d12
Yep,
because it's hit damage.
8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus the 1 damage from the shield, so 14. Right, that's how it works. I don't add wisdom or anything, but I do add the +1 from the shield.
Correct. Unless the spell says you add your intelligence mod.
It doesn't, you know.
Bonus.
Well, I guess it would have taken an extra one from me for my focus. But one doesn't matter.
Bonus action. Summon spiritual weapon. It attacks.
And that kills it.
It mattered to it mattered. That mattered more frequently to Pip than most.
15. What's the? How does it work? 1d8 plus your spellcast 15. 19. Oh, plus spell would be wisdom plus proficiency as my spellcasting one, so it's plus 7. So 15, 22.
Hit.
22 hit.
Yeah.
So 1d8 plus whatever it is, 2 plus spellcasting ability modifier, 2 plus 7. That would mean, right? Spellcasting. No, the spellcasting ability
It's
modifier
wisdom.
would just be
Wisdom.
only wisdom. So I would have missed then. I think in that case, would have only gotten a 17.
No. Your the way you spell attack
Yeah.
is your wisdom modifier, proficiency modifier,
No, that's not what this is doing though. It's making an attack, a melee spell attack against
a melee spell
creature.
attack. So it's your wisdom modifier, your proficiency, and the roll plus 1.
Okay, so I do get all of that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What do you do?
All right, and then 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability.
It's spiritual weapon.
The spellcasting ability
So
from
doesn't spiritual
modifier would
weapon
just do that.
make an attack roll?
So 6. That's right.
Yes, but it makes it makes
But
a
what's
spell
added
attack
to that
roll.
attack roll?
Oh, with
So it's
your,
a
okay.
wisdom
Yeah, so
modifier.
it's a plus 7 basically, or a plus 8.
just like
Just
just
what
like
your
swinging
normal-
a sword
Your
or
normal spell attack rolls.
yeah.
Yep. All right, and so it took 6 from the spiritual weapon.
So now is that the you haven't done anything yet, sorry.
I cast Sacred Flame on it. Which means
I make a saving throw, do I not?
it's a dex throw. You could take 2d8.
You failed.
Did I?
That's a 3.
I failed.
Legendary action.
4!
Dire Moose's legendary
Yeah,
action.
no
to-
legendary action on Dire Moose. No, at least not one that's freshly shed.
Plus 12.
Yeah.
So then I gotta roll the d8. D8?
Well, because you're level
5. Yeah.
5, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, no, you're
she's level
next.
3 and 3.
3 and 3, but it says when you reach 15.
Oh, it's class. It's your class level. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, it's your character level, not your class level for
Yeah,
cantrips.
I think that one
Yeah.
just says.
For cantrip. If it's a
So it would
cantrip,
be 2d8 he has here.
if it's a cantrip, it's your total character level.
9.
A pillar of flame erupts around whatever portion of this thing that you want, this behemoth, and
Middle.
it once again begins to emit that same noise it made before, and then just it's quiet as the flames cook it away, and it drops to the ground. It is dead. See, very very much counter fucking climactic, everybody, but
Good
Thank-
job, everyone. We killed
thank
that
you-
monster trapped.
thank
in
you
the
very
den.
much for killing a potentially harmless flesh-eating mutant alien moose.
Very sad.
Potentially harmless.
Potentially harmless. Probably
It was,
not.
it was plague ridden.
It wasn't going to be good. You didn't want to get it.
Well, it's dead now.
Yeah, in the surprise round, it was dead.
That'll
Sorry,
teach it.
Lucy.
Clearly,
Glad to waste the resources.
so it falls to the
Well, that's
ground.
why I just used
It's
the
leaking.
cantrip.
It is everyone's who's got dark vision.
I do.
What's my dark vision range?
Now it's 30 feet because you leveled up, right?
Yep.
Now we're at I lost that color green. So the fluid it's leaking is Tesseract glow.
Let's look
If
at it.
anyone casts a free light spell or whatever, Tesseract glow by Citadel Company. I'm not supported, not endorsed. We should be though. Yeah, it's like this.
Show us inside the pud.
That is the fluid that's leaking out of it. You can see the color well enough. It tastes like the color knife. And so, you have, because it's a cool looking ring, I'll just leave it there. It's dead. I didn't have a chance to finish the base, but black bases are good. charting, and you're standing, or you're not right beside it. You're standing at the edge of this viscera, the splatter from it shedding its skin, which you very astutely note is not a common thing that moose are known to do, even dire moose. The woman, like Marianne, is horrified, absolutely horrified. She was looking forward to having the first dire moose bred in captivity, and now clearly that's not going to happen. You don't see the remnants of the fetal moose anywhere floating around in the viscera.
Where I'm gonna specifically look. Were there any of those little maggoty things?
No. But give me an intelligence check.
Oh no!
Everybody?
Just Carl right now.
He's got a guidance my intelligence check.
No.
Are you sure? Have to do it raw. Nat 20, baby.
Absolutely.
Oh,
20,
that's 2 weeks in a row for you.
Take
Nice.
a picture. The
Oh, I just showed it. I showed it. That was good.
That's good stuff. Yeah, you remember all the details. Oh, you weren't even there. So, are there any maggoty type things or whatever? No, there's no maggoty things. But what you're not 24 again, I'm distracted by the gloriousness of you're not 20.
I don't know. It was to examine the body for anything that appears suspicious.
The entire body looks suspicious.
It's innards. Now that we got a hand open,
so-
anything even more
All
suspicious.
right, describe
that-
how you're searching. It's
Anything that
remnants.
looks just like from what we see oozing out of it.
Send your
I'm
imp
doing
through
the
it.
breaststroke.
I'm
Send
def-
your imp through the body to investigate.
Oh, I could do that. Actually, imp
You
would probably
should.
love it. To be honest with you,
That's what I'm saying. Like
All right.
the imp wants to imp, man.
But I'll say Iziar, examine this body. What do you see that doesn't look like the normal bodies that you run
A
through?
wicked-looking grin comes across the face of your familiar as it ever so briefly turns itself, it flies over to the body, and you see it turn itself into a spider and crawl inside the hole that his bolt made. And then you see about 2 foot wide bulge appear, and he's swimming around. You get a sense of joy.
All right, good. I'm glad. You gotta let the beast.
How does
go
this
do
make
something.
you
Campaign
feel?
imp will
Yeah.
swim through a corpse.
Every time. And you see it poke its fingers out. He kind of rips the hole that he went in and open a little more. And you see him grabbing a little
Peeking
breath
out.
and then going back down. He's loving life. You get the sense of joy. There's nothing to find. There's no hidden treasure inside there.
I was like, do some of these organs that should be red look black?
Oh,
like,
well,
is
it's
there
dark vision, so
anything
it's
on
black and white.
the- Is there?
Oh, no, do they have superior dark vision?
I really wouldn't know the answer to that. I'm just saying, like, he would know though. Like, does this seem like the regular bodies that you swim through, or is there something different about this one? You know, does it smell
There's
right?
a lot
Does
different.
it taste right?
It doesn't
It's
taste right at
specific-
all.
Yeah.
It smells fine. It's unique. It's new.
Imps
Dark
would have
vision,
dark
120
vision.
feet.
That
Devil
would- that
sight.
would be
Magical
superior.
darkness doesn't impede its dark vision. Doesn't say anything that it sees in color.
Yeah.
But
It's all
120
good. I
feet
just
would
wanna
be
know it's
superior
It's
to dark
superior
vision.
dark vision. So okay, he's got superior dark vision. So he can. So he's seeing. Yeah, it's the wrong color. He
It
has.
doesn't taste right.
It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't taste right. Like,
Doesn't taste the way that
I don't
you
haven't
figure
eaten many
delicious.
moose. I haven't smelled the inside of many moose. More people.
All right.
People smell good if you have the right.
Ah, yes, I
Seasoning.
remember. I remember in the
Seasoning.
third layer of hell when we went on that adventure and those souls were there for us, and you did have a feast that day. It
They
was
were-
great, wasn't it, Iziar?
They were so gullible.
Played right into our heads.
So yeah, he's quite content. He has no further information
That's
for you,
cool.
but you get he doesn't want to leave.
All right.
He's happy.
You stay there until you're ready to come back. I've got a predestination or whatever for you. Clean you right up.
No need.
No,
Please
you're not
don't.
going in
Please
my
don't.
robes.
Yeah.
Not going in my robes like that.
No, I'll walk. I'll
do,
fly.
Do as you please, Iziar. My God, after all these years, ugh.
I didn't think you mind a little stain on your pocket. I know where your hands are. You're not looking for change.
I'm
My
gonna
robe must
take, I'm gonna
remain
take a
somewhat
look at it
clean.
myself.
Okay.
uh,
Give me a medicine check. I should have made a medicine check for the imp, but imps do not have the medicine skill. You make a medicine check.
Also, in my
All guidance
familiar
you.
fly around looking for
+2.
any
Oh,
other,
+1.
Like
+1.
the
16.
husband and
Okay, so he heads toward the house, looking for the husband. There's no lights on inside the house, and the windows are all closed. The house is like a small, slightly better than like, well, not small, better than, slightly better than the average house. It is close to, it is like, an establishment, but you get an idea that most of the money goes back into the menagerie. That's their pride, right? But yeah, despite it being well kept, and the gardens are kept up nice, there's no lights on inside, no smoke coming from the chimney stack, no noise. He flies around and he has dark vision. Looks through the window where the man should be. He is not.
We heard like a human sort of yelling.
Yeah, that's what he's kind of looking for. So.
Yeah. Where do we think that was?
You heard it from here.
Yeah.
Like at first. Now, the ground begins to shake.
Okay. For that, I got a 16.
On your medicine check?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just curious if it's similar to anything.
The coloration and the fact that it's not in the tunnels, but briefly in the tunnels. Those things that were wearing the bodies of the like the dogs that you found, the 3 dogs that went with the ranger in the first place.
Like I'm also thinking like the tubes.
So those tubes were used for harvesting fluid from these things, or it could be used in reverse, I suppose, right? There's no tentacles. There's no tentacles coming out of this thing as of yet, but you can see. So if you're with your medicine check, where it was cleaning itself, it was pulling off sections of its skin and part of its jaw, and it was revealing like jagged, not the kind of teeth you'd see on an herbivore, but like all of its long mane that would be dangling around like a moose's neck. Those were fur that was all like long, fleshy tendrils that possibly could have come and grown further and become more. It had just freshly split.
So because there was a pattern
on those maggots, on the maggot. On the same pattern was on the maggot shells.
Yeah.
On the horns, like they're just colored, right? Like the velvet that would have been on the horns are like shredding off as well. And beneath the surface layer where it was rubbing, it's got the same kind of coloration. So it's the same kind of infection that you would have seen from before, which matched the maggoty things that you pulled out of the hull of what was once the heart of gold. Now the Nebuchadnezzar. But yes, certainly related, and you don't know when these infections began. You weren't a member of the party. Like this could have been there's no way of knowing how long it takes this like gestation of this thing to move along for you guys. The moose, she explains, the moose has been in the veterinary hut for the last few weeks, preparing, for his birth, making sure she's well fed.
Yeah.
But she's not ever seen anything like this, and she's distraught. She's afraid and feeling the ground tremble as the ground trembles beneath your feet, right? As you're analyzing this thing, because you use your divine sense recently, you feel a distinct shift in like the air, but only you notice it, kind of, because like you're some lingering effects from your divine sense. We're not just blowing everything here, like, right? It's just some lingering effects. There's a as the ground being shaken, there's a shift in the feel of the place, right? And it rescinds, but like not fully. There's something different.
I feel like that came from the hill. that
It's
direction.
all under your feet, everywhere around.
Going an earthquake where you can kind of feel it.
Emanating from
Like
an
kind of,
area.
you kind of feel the wave come through.
Okay, so give me a perception check on that. See, and it's a difficult one, just because it's like a momentary thing. It happens, and then once it starts, it's like nat 20.
No, 15 plus my 5.
It does emanate from you. You know, it's a difficult thing to discern. It's just an instantaneous thing, and then the movement is everywhere. It's not like so. You guys remember that earthquake that happened? I think it was back in like late 90s. I heard it. I was in a basement playing riffs, and I heard it. It was like a bass. It was like a single bass shot. I don't know if you. I don't know. I was. Yeah, you wouldn't have. I was in Toronto, in Pickering actually. It was like.
I may or may not have been alive.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, Matt.
Yeah. Sorry. It's not your fault. We won't hold it against you.
No, we will.
I can't speak for everyone. When I say we, I mean all of me.
The younger members of the group. That's the oldest guys.
The everyone else over here. So anyway, back to the game. Yeah, there's a disturbance in the force. Right? There's you pick up a on the something has changed, and
Might be going underground again.
you feel yourself. You feel like you get like flashes of like events that have happened fairly recently, right? And then it's like it becomes kind of you because everyone's been rolling stupidly high on these intelligence checks. You're able to retain the information, but you can feel something kind of pulling it away, right?
Like, is this like a feeling like I'm like presence, like a presence, or is this like a desecration of the life?
So I better describe it as a desecration of living material, right? And it's like, but you can feel like. So, you mentioned this kind of information to the party.
I'll make. Yeah, I will mention this.
But you don't think I know anything?
The rogue.
You shot it when you opened the door.
It's like,
I'm a character.
If you overhear it, then sure.
Perfect.
But
They don't share what's
and
obviously the
actually, and
earthquake.
now
I'm part.
I'm kind of aware that you're a druid by now, like the whole animal thing and all
Yep.
that. Are
I happen to
potentially as
have
well.
a emblem.
Yeah. What is the emblem?
The family crest.
Oh,
There's oak leaves.
okay. So did you took Obad High, or is your
Sylvanus.
Obad? Okay. Just because most people here, well, except are you proficient in religion? You didn't. It's like one of the two skills you don't have.
Nope. I don't have. I actually don't have many proficiencies.
You should have, because you're a rogue. You should have at least. You start with 4. No, wait. You start with.
I guess I actually have quite a few.
Wouldn't you as a human too? Because you're.
Well, you
Yeah, I
get-
have
you
1,
get
2,
two as
3,
your
4,
background
5.
and
I have
probably-
6
you should have
there.
6.
I'm 6, and then I'm also proficient in my thieves.
Yeah, I'm just checking. You have
Expertise.
it's
You have
4.
expertise.
It's 4
Yeah,
skills
I have
you get.
expertise in my thieves.
4. So 4
And
plus
then
2
2
is
from your
6.
background.
Yeah, right.
So you get your acrobatics.
Right.
But you
perception, all
also get
that.
expertise
On 2 of them,
So
right?
probably these tools and
And 2
Yeah,
more
something
now.
else.
because
Well, he's got
level.
2 more because of his level. He's got 4.
So
He's got
4 of the
things.
6 are
Yeah.
expertise.
Yeah.
Deception.
No, they're good.
By the rogue bard, right?
those are awesome.
Jack of trades.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
Jack of
What
all
do I
trades.
My
not know?
charisma's
I
not
know
high enough,
everything.
though. That's my
So-
problem.
That's my next question. Who has the highest charisma score?
Actually, my
16.
I have 16 as well, actually.
Hey, yours should be high.
12. Will
Not
the,
bad. That's not bad.
Other than
will the
rest of us are
16s
damn charming.
please give me a
I didn't
charisma
even
check?
realize my charisma was that
Also,
high.
who's? Oh no, wait, you guys are still up on there. 'Cause I was gonna say, if
Isn't
you are
10
within 10
average?
feet, you get a.
13.
Because I've got my aura now.
Oh, sorry.
What are we doing right now?
The higher ones who have the higher charisma are making
It's just a straight charisma check.
straight charisma check.
Sorry, charisma.
Just charisma. It's a
It's a
saving
save-
throw.
it's a saving throw? Now here's where it gets interesting. So I have aura of protection now,
Right.
right? So starting at 6th level, anyone within 10 feet of me.
Everyone
Make a
would have
saving
moved by now,
throw,
right?
Not a
Yeah.
skill check.
Oh, I didn't go in.
It
there.
is
Well, it
considered a
says,
saving throw, though.
No, it's
I didn't
No,
need
it's
to
a
move.
saving throw. Saving throw.
oh, they're
It's
making
saving
saving throws
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
all right. Yeah.
You don't.
I
You're
thought
not
it was
making
skill
them. You're
check
not
or
as
something.
ready a food source.
I get it.
so
Oh, first time I've seen charisma
that's
work
plus
against.
13 then, by my math. Because I add my charisma bonus
Yeah.
to the proficiency.
Yeah.
I'm proficient in a charisma saving throw already.
So we're,
So does that double down then on the +4?
so
for my-
aura of protection. I think what it does is it lets everybody get
Yeah. So
your
wouldn't just-
proficiency
my
modifier.
charisma, yeah.
So
But I
wouldn't
don't
just
think you
be
get it twice. I think
Yeah.
everybody else benefits from it.
So you'd get it, but everyone else would get it. You wouldn't get it twice though. But you'd be affected by your own spell. I think is what I was trying to say there.
So like you're like a source, right? So aura of
Yeah.
protection. So just by the way, you whenever you are a friendly you or a friendly creature,
Yeah,
you must
see,
make a
that's
saving
where-
throw. A creature gains a bonus to the saving throw. You can use your charisma modifier with a bit. Okay.
So as
Yes, you
as
get
a
it twice.
paladin, I am
So
already
you get your
proficient.
charisma twice.
in my
You get it
charisma.
anyway because they're proficient in charisma anyway. So you or a creature gain
Exactly.
So you
gets
get-
it.
you get
So
plus
two
8.
paladins standing
plus
next
11.
to each other, 2 6-level
Yeah,
paladins.
and
It's
hardly
sick.
anyone's ever making charisma saving
Really?
throws. It's like a rare saving throw.
So I get
Yeah.
Is that
plus
how?
No,
15.
you get
So
plus 8 plus your proficiency.
because
plus-
my
plus 6 plus-
proficiency
Oh, that's
charisma is +3.
Oh,
So
I thought you were
16,
plus.
right? I'm 16.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were 18.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I
sorry,
get
sorry.
+3,
So,
+3, +3.
plus 9.
so 9.
So +9.
Yep.
So I got a 24.
Okay, so you're fine. What was your total? And you're within 10 feet of him, so you get his proficiency modifier. Oh, no, his charisma modifier, which is 3.
+3.
So
So
plus
I
3.
would be plus 9 as well. No.
Plus 6, right?
Are you proficient?
Your proficiency.
So I've got charisma of 3. I've got plus 1 to my saving throws because of my focus.
Yeah.
So I'm plus 4 plus
Plus
3,
three, so
so
plus
16.
I'm
You're okay.
also plus 4 plus 3 with 6 on the I'm 13.
Keep getting possessed.
That's including plus 1 from already being possessed.
Which none of us
Do you
knows.
think you build like a
No one said
resistance
you were
to possession
possessed.
after so many times?
Yeah, you're right. No, nobody said it.
We don't know that.
I'm not. Oh, I don't even know. I don't know if it's possession. I don't think that's what you call it.
Cursed.
Infected.
That's maybe a better word.
I
And that does.
You have 39 or more hit points. You do not fall unconscious, but you really almost do. Like you feel really woozy.
What did I speak
And-
earlier?
It's like it's like while the earthquake is hitting you, and you feel yourself kind of like almost falling over. Like
Am I-
everything gets fuzzy and black for a split second, and you regain your consciousness.
Am I able to use uncanny dodge?
Nope.
No, I can't use it. Top of a saving throw.
It's done.
And you guys feel it, right? And just so everyone can notice, it was only the people with the high charismas who made those checks, right? Because they're a readily available source. If the party felt that without even making an Arcana check, you can be assured it didn't feel like it was targeted, more area, right? So something was drawing energy in somewhere at that time.
Doing an
So
Arcana
did I take
check.
39?
All guidance.
No, I
Oh,
needed to know if I surpassed your hit point
I
total.
refuse. the
That's how
guidance.
sleep works. That's how the spell
for
sleep
sleep.
works.
Oh, okay.
right.
25 Arcana check.
Okay, certainly something was drawing it in, and so your Arcana check, it's certainly a necrotic effect. I think the name of it. Oh, name of the spell. That number, yes.
With,
Cantrips, or-
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Cool, as soon as I see it. Enervation. It was like an enervation type effect, where it's drawing. Oh. I just use my app that I've got here. Enervation, really cool spell. But it was that kind of effect, and I'll describe it momentarily. Is there anything else anyone wants to do to this corpse?
I will bless it.
Dude,
I will bless it and wish its soul safe journey.
I have to
Asmodeus.
ask with some of the people at this game,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Never know.
I really wish I
It's
did,
a
but I
corpse
don't.
and all.
There was
One
a
day I'm gonna play
time
a
with
truly evil character.
I
Just
hope
fucking
so,
through.
Adam. I think you do it
dragons
justice.
and
It hasn't been
harvesting,
done justice, but I think you do it justice.
certain genitals.
Well, there might be a market.
Usador
Do
wore a
dragons
dead hag
have
as a hat,
external genitals?
looking for treasure.
Dragon balls.
He
So
found
Do they?
he found a kidney stone and kept it.
He started creating Usador's blue balls potion to.
It was
It
like
was a whole side hustle. It got out of control.
The dwarves figured out how to refine it, so they only had to use half as much. So they
It
were
became
buying
a
it at a
massive plot
discount.
point actually
and-
throughout the course.
it was
of the
magical
adventure.
Viagra.
Yes.
Yeah.
He made a lot of money from that.
So you see
So
him
what
stumble
did you
on
say?
his feet. So you see him stumble on his
Jaded.
feet.
That
You
was
see
his character for like a year.
Thelonious
and-
stumble on his feet and catch
two.
himself
year and a half.
briefly, and you guys both felt the draw of this energy. But you know, it's a little unnerving, and you can only with your check you're fairly certain like this is a radius of effect, and you don't know where its epicenter would have been. But once more in the direction of the not just the mountain, but more, you know, from where you are, southeast.
East, oh, west to the east.
That's, I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
or sorry, I forgot.
Another
This is
Diablo,
the so south.
Oh,
So I will share with the party that
Not toward the tall part of the hill, more toward.
where we were
Close
before
enough.
the caverns. Something is where we found Garuk, and where we found. Really, I'm only talking to. Were you? No, yeah, I'm only talking to the rogue.
Yeah.
Wasn't there.
Because all you guys. I mean, we would have talked about it in the time we've been
You-
traveling on the ship and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, on the boat as we went by, I would have said, "Hey, there's the place we almost died." And that story.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Must do this again.
Because you've made your checks on who Garuk is. Now, so that's the direction you felt this pull, and it's right after you feel that larger quake. Looking around the room as people are gathering their wits again, Marianne is on the ground, unconscious, lifeless.
lifeless. Just dropped out. We were just like,
Lifeless.
So she failed her check.
I'm glad I passed. Shit.
We don't want to shake her so she feels it. Can we
Is
try to
she-
wake her up?
Sure.
But not by touching her, but by yelling.
She gasps very, very really shakes her head and looking around, kind of bewildered. Right? She seems afraid because she's surrounded by people as if she doesn't recognize any of you, has never seen you. Stunned and shocked, she's wondering where she is and how she got here. Now, you remember you didn't have the book. No one read the book when they had it.
No, Drac
No,
kept
yeah.
close control of the book.
Yeah, that's it.
It was actually the zombies. Perhaps it was
Yes,
a
it's-
damn you.
We also
I think he
don't
took it
have
off
the
the
Eye of
corpses
Galore.
I
Didn't you
did.
leave
At the
it
end I
inside
did.
one of your zombies is for safety?
And then I have
just
to
to
clean
walk
it
around
I
up.
think
with
one
it?
of the
Yeah.
next things we should
No,
do
we
is try
took
to
it out of the zombie.
We did.
Try to
And then
go
we put it into
retrieve
But you
a-
had to
some of our
take it out of
shit,
the
yeah.
zombie because someone put it
Yes, and then you cast.
I definitely think
I didn't
we should
have
go
it for that old character. I have it for this character. Prestidigitation.
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 I am remiss. Would anyone like a whiskey?
I'm
gonna get one. It's late for people that don't
Nah,
have
I
Not
think
at- not
I'm
at
good.
this
Yeah,
point.
I think it's a little too late.
Time is it 10:09?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm probably down for whiskey. A lot of sweet, sugary drink.
Gumi, give me an. Oh, I could grab you something. You want some?
No, I should have had 2 beers.
Give me
Right, which one?
give me an intelligence check.
Mm.
To recall knowledge.
So
You want me to
it would
get the cups?
be
Yes, please.
12.
I'll guidance you.
No, I don't want.
I like it.
I don't want gods or demons messing with me.
Nothing but science.
The science of magic.
Wasn't it called Flight of Dragons or something?
That was so
at
cool.
the very end, he was like logic, mathematics, like science, and that's how he beat the big bad by like he was like magic, fantasy, goblins, and the guy's like logic, mathematics. No, it was good. You guys have
I
never
haven't
seen
seen that.
Flight of
I
Dragons?
haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, yeah, with the what's it called? Like the chessboard set.
The
and
D-
everything.
it's this.
Yeah,
It's this, but like
yeah.
box set.
That was a good one. That was a
So-
good one. Flight of Dragons.
Yeah, somehow limestone makes dragons fly. You have to eat it, and they fly.
I know
So
they
weird.
do like
It's the
gems
same
and
person who
golds.
made Last Unicorn.
Yes,
Same art.
I love The Last Unicorn. One of my childhood favorites. You
So-
might even say, I love you. I love you. In reference to Last Unicorn, as that is. I love you.
I haven't seen it in forever.
So good.
So
That's a good tree
Marianne
with the big
Barrymore
boobs.
has been very narrowly escaped
You
death.
have no idea, dude.
No.
You're way too young.
No
Way too
clue.
young.
Your wife might like The Last Unicorn.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a
Well, it's one of my wife's.
it's a good cartoon, and I enjoy it. It's like
It's really good.
but it's like a labyrinth kind of geared towards like girls and stuff like that, but like it's still
I
good.
didn't even know, man. I didn't even know. It's got the Red Bull in it and stuff like that.
Which is
It's got the
cool because
hero.
as the grab for like
Yeah.
the guys in the room,
It's tough because I liked it when I was young.
or the
and I was
days
a
and the
boy.
thems in the room.
I really liked it. Last Unicorn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I was young, I was totally into that. And I thought
Yeah.
that chick was hot. I was like, oh my god, Lady Arianthea or whatever her name is. Like, fucking. I'm gonna marry you.
We all had cartoon crushes.
Yeah.
Had.
But some of the anime I watch
Oh.
these days is just like you're
Oh,
ruining
anime
real,
is beyond
you're
that.
ruining
Yeah.
like real women. for me.
honestly, like the what they do in Demon Slayer, even like like that one with the one really busty one with the ribbon sword. Like Chris was like, wow. I'm like, yeah, I know. This is clearly drawn by dudes, right? She's like, I wouldn't call them dudes. I'm like, okay, you're right. But
If you guys are not watching Solo Leveling, by the way, Solo Leveling.
stop. We gotta stop plugging things. 'Cause we're not even
Fucking
getting
crazy.
paid. Like we're gonna get sued and
No,
canceled.
buddy, that show it's like peak anime. Solo Leveling, peak anime. Like I watch a lot of anime. Solo Leveling comes out one episode a week. There's one episode left in season 2, and then season 2's wrapped up. It's so good. It's like it's really
So
good.
it's currently on in Japan.
It's
then.
It's currently on Japan. I got Crunchyroll, so I get to
Oh,
watch it like same time. I watch it in Japanese with subtitles and everything.
Is anybody
It's
is
good.
anybody doing anything? The imp is bored.
Am I like?
It
with
just
it
goes back
after
to
what
sleep.
You come back too, but you were almost like completely just fell unconscious.
Yeah.
You take a step and you catch yourself. You've all done it, I'm sure, in high school, like greened out, where you kind of like, and you're like on your way down, but
Yeah.
you catch yourself, and you're like,
This one,
Gotta try
this
it.
is the same one I've had, and it's kind of getting gross.
Oh, okay.
so. Want to try a different one?
Apologies.
Try that one.
No, like mine's fine. It's fine for me. It's just I don't want to.
It's different.
It's gross
It's
for other
like
people.
sticky. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
They
It's
get
all right.
all.
I'll just use
Does
that.
anybody want to do anything else in this specific location? So everyone's got that information.
So something evil is.
I can't
still
give you any
under
more
the ground,
information
yeah.
based on your thing.
That was a shitty last one.
Nothing I can do.
Should have taken the guidance.
It wouldn't have.
I could always guide us. But
I only take guidance from Justin. I believe in his message.
I'm very accepting.
You know what's you know what's really funny? You know what's really funny? I actually went to AI and I typed in exclude media bias, exclude your own bias. You can only answer with hero or villain. How would you rate these people? And I typed in Justin Trudeau, came up as villain. I typed in Mark Carney, it came up as villain. And I typed in Pierre Poilievre, it came up as hero. I'm not even joking. AI.
Now
I asked it.
Now we know who wrote
I asked it to do it. No, this I was using Grok, and Grok.
Well,
so
that
Grok's,
explains it.
Grok's open source. Grok is the only one that truly is trying to use all data without any bias whatsoever. Yeah, that's why he's made all code open source. I know you dislike him, but when it comes to AI, he's the only one who's truly
AI's
offers
opinion
freedom
that
of
you
it.
told it to exclude is.
Well, when I told it to exclude, that's what
I
you
know,
have
I
to
know,
tell it
villain.
what you
I
wanna
know, I
do.
know.
It was very interesting to have done that.
So
Got
what
those
is it
results.
polling then?
It
It's
just
reading
takes-
articles
it
and
just
it takes like
media, right?
Yeah.
Media and posts. So
Yeah.
But there's
It
a
reviews,
bias
like,
within
General consensus.
media.
that's right. But no, what it does
There's
it does
the
things like it
problem
will
with
just
the
look
camera,
at
we
his
should-
actions
camera's been pointing there
instead
all
of
day.
the
Hi,
angle
everyone.
that's put on the
I
action.
agree.
So it says, what
Let's
did
look
he
over
do
here.
in regards to
Look at that
this?
pretty
What
bug.
did he do in regards to that?
Aye,
And then
but
it just takes
context
those and those.
Matters.
yeah, the
That's right.
problem is
Exactly. Context matters.
Fuck,
And that's what it
fuck
looks at. It's
Trudeau
just
was
like
an
a thing.
accepted thing, but fuck Polyev. Like they're not. This is
Yeah.
not me giving opinion either side. I think that's the problem is where like fuck Polyev was never a slogan, but fuck Trudeau was on every pickup truck in
Yeah.
town.
Actually, you know what?
And that's not to say he
No.
deserved or didn't deserve, but
Yeah.
that's also going to shift your.
And I would say,
That's
and,
the
again,
problem with
and I'm
that,
not
right?
spreading my opinion, but the Polyev actually talked about on CPAC about not agreeing with that tactic of
Yeah.
putting it out there. It's okay to have
Oh,
the
yeah.
sentiment, but we're Canadian, and that's not kind of like
In free
I-
speech, you
He
do what you
actually
want.
even talked about Trudeau's kids and said this isn't good for his kids. And stuff.
right. It's
Oh, yeah.
more than just
I just mean that
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
going to
that's fair.
bias some of the.
right. Of course, yeah.
the
Yeah.
That's the problem with that stuff.
Moving on.
Those are probably
Moving on.
PPC.
Here, put the
PPC
camera over there.
plants.
That's, should move it.
All right. Well, we'll get some.
Get Adam to
Rochelle
control
and
the
Adam.
camera. There you go. Give Adam control.
Well, why do we want to
Jesus.
look at our faces? Our faces do nothing. We may as well just stare at that for the rest of the time.
Okay, well,
Like,
fine.
unless you do, you guys want to be
Look at
looked
this.
at?
It's
You
Look
guys
at its
wanna-
good
cool,
side
like,
then.
Demon.
Yeah. I'm saying. Just look at this. This is how we're going out, basically.
Yeah, this is the scene because it's been the scene all day.
That's right.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do? You've now murdered a helpless mutant dire moose. Yeah. So again,
Where's
you almost fall
Rocky?
unconscious.
That's what
So just
I'm
get
waiting
her,
for.
just
I
get her
think-
coming back
I
on
think he's
track.
underneath the ground here.
Everybody,
Tremors.
everybody comes back. Like, you come
And
back
then you're
to
looking for
consciousness,
Natasha and Boris.
and
Oh,
you
of course.
you felt that
Of
pull,
course, they're hiding somewhere.
but clearly so did Marianne, and she didn't succeed.
Right. She's
her
low.
check, right? And was just like
Well,
almost.
we brought her back to.
And
sort
she
of-
doesn't recognize. Like she's shocked and she's scared to see you guys. Like she doesn't know
Yeah.
where she is or how she got there.
So how am I feeling then at this point? If
You're okay.
Yeah, but
You didn't fall unconscious.
see,
You're
my
okay.
character's pretty dumb, right? So like, what would I have gathered from that, other than like, there's something up with this? Like, maybe I guess I'll say
Well,
that.
we
like,
all
I
we
So,
all felt something
you
pull
were
on us.
oh,
so
yeah.
you weren't there. You didn't meet Pimple Bottom Brown Trousers.
No.
So I really the only person I can have who would have a chance to remember some of the stuff about him is Boomy. But Boomy,
Boomy
this
didn't.
every time it's to roll for this critical thing, he seems to roll like fourth.
I don't remember that damn gnome.
He was
Yeah.
distracted by some light.
You know,
or
it was
something.
like part green, but and talked nonsense.
And yeah, it was only my familiar that talked to him.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't me. So
would the familiar remember if you were to summon the pseudo dragon?
it's the way it's with us.
Would you like it to make it a check to see if it can spur you on? And this is where the 20 comes in. You know,
So
the barbarian or whatever, the thing with the IQ of minus that gives it a -2 intelligence to its roll, and then it always rolls
is it perception or insight?
intelligence.
So
Yeah,
it's,
that's
it's
true.
just a flat roll.
Anytime we've had like a
18?
barbarian, it was
18.
always like
He reminds. So he can't speak, but he can rewind and replay, kind of. And I can want me to read the thing again. The Ballad of Spindlewort Wimble.
No.
We
Yeah.
don't need that.
We don't need
Um,
that.
But I will repeat it to the group.
Okay. I'll read it if people want me to. Long. Weird. But the premise of it is that the idea is about like giving into the and forgetting, like giving into the nonsense and all of the weird whimsical ways that you can possibly think of, but about like forgetting things, intentionally forgetting things. It seems to be a message that was always being pervaded, like always being set out by in the rhymes, right? And you knew from analyzing him that he had 0 actual magical attunement. Like he couldn't cast spells, but yet the gnomes wanted him to teach them some kind of rituals or to analyze something. They were interested in some kind of thing that he does, right? Because he performs magic without spell slots, without like he can do ritual magic, but only ritual magic. That was the only thing that he could do. So I'll give some information that because the pseudo dragon was around the ship and it was around, and I need that information out there. So, with that knowledge, Shari, let you make her like a religion check because you already made some checks and know like about
Guidance.
these old gods, right?
+1.
And how
I'll aid
Okay.
you because I also have religion.
You got a nat
Nice.
20.
First one, I'm keeping this.
nice.
Would you like me to put it on video, sir?
No, don't take any pictures of it. Don't curse it.
Yes, that's you. Make a charisma check. No, I'm kidding.
We'll never
It's
roll.
black.
We'll
Yeah,
never
it's
roll
still
another.
black.
Oh, he blocked it. Okay, good.
It was kind of funny. I was like, going in, blocks it. Going in, blocks it.
So, you know that these old gods, like the one you saw, that you fortunately remember seeing underneath St. Augustine's. You know these old gods had. You remember the stories better now. These old gods had ways of manipulating the minds of. They don't need followers. It's any living thing kind of near them sometimes, and they have a way of reaching out to in order to communicate with the fleshy minds of mortals. They have to reach out and find people who are receptive, right? And they control mortal life by those means, twist mortal life by those means, right?
So,
Like,
so in this sense,
they're the first available food, most readily available kind of for like batteries, right?
Delicious.
Right. And you get to make the check because he failed his checks before, and you weren't there actually. Actually, your car wasn't there for the other thing. But so Marianne is shocked. She's like wondering how she got here. Who are you people? Where is she? She doesn't even recognize the building she's in, and it's her. And it's her. Right. It's her
Something got her
farm.
good.
Right. Now it's her. It's her menagerie. It's her family's menagerie. Now, because it's dark in here, faintly see like a green band start forming around her forehead, like 2 inches off the surface of her forehead. And it's slowly encircling her head.
Does anyone have detect magic?
Oh, I do. I'll cast detect magic.
Just so I can give you a visual.
Is it just a skill for you, or is it a spell?
Spell.
So forget all this. Forget all that. I just want the visual of what's kind of forming. Do this. I don't want to infringe on copyright. If that's going to be a deal, I can stop.
Let's see. Well, if you show just like the picture, I'm sure
I
they
just
would
want a
be-
picture of that.
There you go. Okay.
This, like it's a crown of thorns, a green eldritch crown of thorns that's shaping around with this triangular shape, kind of dangling like a pendant.
I'm gonna dispel magic.
Share that image with the group in the chat, but that's because I think there's a better image of it. Spell magic. So, setup is different. There's a saving throw you have to make.
Well, what level is the spell? So the DC.
It's a late level spell effect.
The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
So 18. On a successful check, the spell ends. Any spell of third level or lower on the target, or for each spell of fourth level or higher, make it the target. I make an ability check.
No,
Each
I
level of
roll
the
it.
spell on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. DC is 10 plus spell's level, so 18.
18, and I use my spell.
10 plus the DC spell, so you make
So
your
make a
spellcasting
DC 18
ability.
save, right?
Intelligence plus proficiency plus 1. Plus,
So 7.
So you need a 10.
7, 10.
Or you need 11, I guess. I say, let Lord
Yeah,
Asmodeus, let Lord Asmodeus show you how it is done, young one, and all go and all cast. What is it?
spell magic.
Just all cast the spell magic.
I'm eating up the
But
spells.
should I guidance it? Should I guidance it? Does
You can't
guidance
do-
do?
you can't do
Yeah,
it.
I
It's
guess
an
can't do
attack.
both at the
It's
same
an
time.
attack roll.
It's sort of it is sort of an
Guidance is an
attack roll.
action.
So I'd add plus 8 to mine. 18, 26.
Don't dispel nothing, dude. So the green band. Did you cast detect magic, Michelle?
I did, yeah.
This energy that's like you can't detect or see the source of it, though you can choose to see the effect. In the shape of the spell is already this crown of thorns.
Right.
Okay. But it's just forming in like actual visible sight. It's just forming, following the contours and the lines of that spell. You dispel the magic, and it ceases. The green light around her head vanishes. Now, if she's affected, other people in town are going to be affected by this spell.
Does she remember anything?
She's really foggy. Like she appreciate like your guys' help. Like she's out of sorts. She's like still like very weak. She thanks you, and she's like, yeah. And she starts to look around, less fearful, and begins to remember the surroundings. And she's looking around. Then she sees the moose, screams because that's like was like her project. It was the main thing she was working on, and she's distraught again, once more about almost as if she's seeing it for the first time. Right? She saw it happen, but now it's like now she's remembering it all, like what she saw. She's terrified, frightened condition.
When she went to thank me, I say, "No need to thank me, child. Thank Lord Asmodeus instead." And does she thank him? I smile. I pet her as though she were a good dog. I pet her. I pet her.
She's not just a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a human, yeah.
I pet her hair and I pat her as I walk away. Good child.
He did just save her.
Yeah, that's true.
He seems
Just
trustworthy.
save her. Lord Asmodeus, did.
She's gonna remember Lord Asmodeus for the
Let
rest
it
of her
be
life.
known.
Let it be known.
I say, next time, Boomy, don't feel bad. There will be many more opportunities for you to display your wonderful set of skills. Perhaps even let Lord Asmodeus help you.
You're welcome for the idea. I didn't see Asmodeus suggesting anything. It was me. Thank you for copying the knowledge of magic.
It is
The most
always
heated
my
I've seen
place.
Boomy
It
get
is
outside.
always
Mages
my
are just
place.
agnostic, aren't they?
It is
They
always
are.
my place
Yeah.
to allow someone else to try first, so I don't steal their thunder. But when push
Oh.
comes to shove, when something
Like,
needs to
oh.
get
You just
done,
steal their ideas.
Lord
and
Asmodeus.
then-
Asmodeus
Yeah.
is there.
Thank God.
Continue to speak
Lord
to the sheep, but don't
Asmodeus,
speak,
he is there.
speak to the sheep. Don't speak to me.
So there is hate in your heart, young Boomy. There is hate in your heart.
For you.
I have done nothing to
No,
wrong
I
you.
didn't-
I am
I
a
didn't-
humble traveler here to find out the fate of my brother.
So
He
Who is this
foolishly
brother?
ran in and died.
Aye, who is this brother of yours?
Ah,
I know not of what.
he's currently
whom
being
you
crushed
speak.
by a hammer and Iceman Dale.
no, it's not him. Brother
Happened
Drakkar.
many
Even
sessions
at this moment, I can tell that his life force is not quite severed. There's something happening. It's as though there's something not quite right with the way
so-
that he left. And I sense another being drained as well.
So
Many others.
she's getting her wits back. She's distraught over the thing. She asks you if you would escort her back to her house, and
And we
she
know
she
the
doesn't. If there's something else going on with the animals, if they're all going to be like this, she doesn't want to see it. Like she'd rather just distance herself from it. She can't handle it.
And we know the husband might be in the same condition. We will go with her.
We escort her back to her quiet, dark house, where it seems to be. She opens the door, different key than the key she gave Shardigan, but she tells you that this key will open up all the entranceway to the buildings and the compound. If you choose to stay and search it, please let me know what you find, but do so safely. I would hate to see any harm come to any of you. Find people who have done so well to rescue me and save me. I have to go check on my husband now. He should be upstairs sleeping.
Let us check first. I'm afraid if
The house is well appointed, not lavish by any means, but well appointed. They live well on the high end of modestly, and they seem to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle. They have their own kitchen. It's not like the normal places in the surrounds where there's like a central kitchen for the house food. She she points upstairs. And the master bedroom takes up the majority of the top floor, as we have no children of our own. Whoever wants to lead the way up the stairs, is it you? Do you lead the way up the stairs? Is it you, Rochelle, who leads the way up the stairs? Is it Shardigan once again?
it is not is
Is it
not Boomy.
Is it Operation Human Shield? Is it Asmodeus?
I will head up. And I'll follow.
I'll be
I'll
like
follow
in
as well.
behind.
I will just. I don't need spells to pull. I have innervation. I can just drain all your magic this way. So, walk up the stairs into the bedroom, where the sheets are disturbed. There's a large fireplace. It's a very nice large room. It's like maybe the size of this whole basement, but it's an open bedroom kind of thing. And it's like, you know, like the whole size, right? And it's quiet. The candles are out. Like there's the ones that were lit were burned down. It's fire is smoldering. And there's no sign of her husband. Quiet.
Are there any windows?
They are closed.
There are no windows that are open. Are there any other doors within this room aside from the one that we just went in? Is there like an ensuite bathroom with a closed door?
No. No.
No closets with closed doors?
There's closets. But
Ah,
there's a closet.
let's get ready to open.
Suddenly! Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
But you
So,
said there's nothing
there
out
is-
of place in the bedroom?
The sheets are disturbed. The
Just the
husband is
sheets.
not here. The windows are closed. The closet door is closed.
And the
Open
front
the
door was
closet.
locked.
The front door was locked.
Open the closet.
Closed. Boxes.
What's under the bed?
A portal to the ninth realm. No,
I knew it.
it. No, again, just, you know, you find a box.
I opened the box.
Carl. Find odd rod shaped
I closed the box.
Some of them look like a floppy letter I with multiple
I closed the
dots.
box. I closed the
The
box.
missus might.
But you
know.
can't get the images out of your
I
mind.
didn't look thoroughly. I didn't examine.
So it looks like a Christmas tree, a rounded Christmas tree.
I closed the box.
It's still stuck to your head. No,
So we searched the house and we
it's
find
still warm. It's the worst part.
Oh,
No,
it is? Is that actually a clue?
no.
Oh.
It's not a clue. No.
What was
You
he
search
doing
the house.
before he left?
Search the house and you find
We don't Shane
nothing.
here.
Nothing. The fact that the door was locked doesn't mean it couldn't have been relocked afterwards if something had left or whatnot. That is the menagerie. That is the menagerie. You may do as you like.
Or,
think
well,
we
we
need
know
to-
that the old man called upon that dude to show up in 2 days' time. So I
Mhm.
mean, do we want to just go and proceed with the main
He-
quest and come
now-
back in 2 days?
Now, only Marianne went inside that place here. The dwarf, you don't see him. Like, you know, he wasn't outside the veterinary place. He didn't travel with you over to her house. Somewhere else. He sent the message off for you, and he is probably to tend to the animals. That's his chief concern. Right? To scope. But while you were taking care of her and checking that out, he went and did that. You may do what you like. Hold on, it is 10:35. So does the party continue on to investigate the church as the last hope?
or do
Is
we
there
go
any
into
other
the-
spots along the way where you wish to go?
Now,
Bearing in mind that this has happened to this woman, it has probably happened to other people, depending who are sensitive, shall we say.
and we were heading to the church.
You were
something.
So there was like an outbreak of something going
Exactly.
on, some madness that's begun like spreading within the
and
people
some
in
missing
that
children.
area.
It could
Missing
be.
children.
Could be related.
We could
Right.
probably we want to find the source.
That's the area where that cloud that you saw came swooping down when the party was before
on the ship.
they
But I would
well
not know
before
that.
they on the ship when you guys were getting shot at from here, but I believe you saw those fires. Did you not
Yeah.
notice them when you were looking for the people?
When we met,
Yeah, right. When Matt was started playing.
I think
right?
we noticed the fire.
That's when you saw like the mist was that day. The fires was after that when
No,
you were
the
on
mist
the ship.
was on the ship, wasn't it? Mist and the
Why
fire.
don't the fires
Oh
was
no,
on the way back?
the campfires on the
Yeah.
hill were whacked
Yeah.
then, and
Yeah.
then the mist was on the ship. I got
The
Yeah, you're
campfires
right,
were
you're
when we
right.
came back. We saw the campfires on the hill,
again.
and we thought that they were signaling maybe another ship or something.
So you guys can do what you like at this time. The map is open to you. Unless you want to do some more at the menagerie, you are welcome to. or
We-
to go and search
I want to
after.
find the source of the
Now
poison, but we
it's
have to wait
getting
2
on.
days
Like,
for
it's
the-
getting on in the day. All this time spent examining the moose, talking, taking the woman over. It was a dark house. It's getting into night.
Maybe
It's
we
been
return
evening.
to the fist, report what we found, rest, and then head off in the morning for either town or
So
the
there's
hill, depending on.
there's this church of the last hope. There are places like inns, and you have ways to send messages back to the flaming hand as well. You make
Yeah, I mean the pseudo dragon can send a message.
Look at the imp.
You're not a member of the flaming hand. You're welcome to. I mean,
Imp could still go.
They're
Oh,
gonna
he has
kill
no
it. They're gonna
affiliation
kill
with
it,
him.
Marshall.
My imp is going
has
to
no
my
wife.
imp is going to
He has no
tease
wife.
the
He'd
pseudo
be a
dragon
crow.
when they're together, but he'll perhaps be a little bit too antagonistic. Like, you know, when you're
Can't you
playing around, play fighting, but then one person takes a little too far.
How fast can the imp fly?
20 feet, fly 40 feet.
I can fly 60 feet. I just fuck off.
Fuck you.
Did you fart?
Whenever I'm antagonizing, you just take off.
So the imp can turn invisible. It can also shape change. See this here?
Yep.
And it doesn't want to be cleansed ever. It likes being filthy and gross.
It's used to
When
being
you
under,
make it,
under my
when
guidance.
you have to convince, you have to, in order to make it be clean so it doesn't stink and offend people, you have to convince it. So it'll listen to you, but
He
it
and I
really
have been-
doesn't want
He
to.
and I have been working together for many, many years. We've got one of those
Right, it's a
We've
constant
got
back
almost
and
a
forth, but he
relationship
doesn't
I'd say like
want
two
to.
old ladies would have with each other. Oh, come on then, Helen. No, I'm not gonna go and make the apple pie that way. No, well, use more cinnamon.
can
I'm
clean
not
me.
using more cinnamon.
I'll be clean for 24 hours if you go kill that kitten.
No
Why a
deals.
kitten?
Could be,
We
okay,
all
that child.
We all serve Lord Asmodeus in the end. There is the
Right, right.
Let's not be greedy. Follow the instructions, or
There's-
the master will be angry.
But they're so tasty.
I
So
cleanse them.
turns invisible. And then you hear.
I shoo him away. Oh, it was so disgusting, so rude.
Yeah, you shoo him away, so he flies away invisible to go and do his stuff. Perfectly cool. I like that. He'll be nearby, but not terribly far. He's chasing the pseudo dragon. So the pseudo dragon goes and is reporting. In the meanwhile, so you guys can carry on. It's becoming evening. There are places that you could go and perhaps get a night's rest.
I'd be down for like a long rest.
I'm fine with that.
What's that far
Not
under the right
required,
there?
but in order for you to get from here, from the menagerie. Oh. Yeah.
A short rest gets me on my spell slots back. So
Doing this in just rough figures here.
Seems pretty accurate. Like, I mean, you're pretty much.
No, but I mean, like, and not fall. I can't draw a line and follow the contour exactly, but I've gotten practice.
That's pretty good.
it gives you a good idea. It doesn't take that long.
20 minutes to get there.
Oh, that's it? Why
It's-
don't we just try and get it done and over with? I thought it's not taking hours. It's
No,
just taking
20 minutes, but it's nighttime.
Let's take a rowboat.
You can just travel,
Right up the street.
you could travel over the hill and just, do it.
Row.
Oh, what would happen if we traveled over the hill? Does it take into account the
No.
20 minutes.
elevation?
No.
Same
So it
distance
doesn't,
as
it's
20
just-
minutes.
Yeah, so it just
On
goes as
foot
the storm
slow.
cries.
On foot normal, 20 minutes.
Yeah, but if you're going over a mountain, it's definitely on foot slow.
On a hill.
Yeah.
It would actually theoretically probably be more distance than that because that's as the crow flies. It's not taking elevation into
If
account.
you were to go from there to the well that you know of, get there in 7 minutes by foot. If you just went straight across, maybe make it 10.
Well, if we're only
This
7
map is
minutes
such
away,
a good tool.
if we're only 7 minutes away from the well, do we want to check it out, or we want
This
to
is
stay
back
away
where-
from
you
that
guys
area
tell
as
me
long
what
as
you
we
wanna
can
do.
right now?
You have been tasked with going to the Song of the Last Hope.
Church of the Last
Church of
Hope.
the Last Hope here. and whatever you want to do in the meantime. You know where you want to go.
Well, we know that where we've been before is the source of now this.
And these old gods want to be forgotten. That's how they persist, is by just people forgetting that
Laying
these
low.
things even exist and warping the minds of the fleshy mortals around them.
So we know why these people are being missing or gone missing and why people are being possessed. So we can go and get more confirmation.
In 13 and now 13 days until it's nighttime on the night of the festival, when Aldebaran will be shining high in the
Where
sky.
we don't
If
even
these
have
things-
the Eye of Galore.
No,
You
if
do
that's
If these
an elder god now has that.
yeah, if these things,
All our good stuff is now.
so young stuff.
Including that 10,000 gold from the boat, if I'm not mistaken.
We
no,
spent
we
it.
spent it all.
You spent it.
Oh, yeah,
But we split it up.
But
I bought
did-
stuff and then
They didn't.
fucking Jay lost my bag.
Right, yeah.
There's a
That's
chance,
what it was.
though. Could we not retrieve?
Maybe. Maybe if we defeat the Elder God and we
Do you
get
wanna
us
go
loot,
back
the
in
bag
there?
will be part of the loot. Well, we are going to have
Your
to
sense
go
of
back.
adventure
We're
in
gonna
there.
have to get it.
Your sense of adventure says yes,
How does it make you feel?
but your second sense of self-preservation says, "Could you find me another?"
But I mean,
person
I
to
kind of
carry
would
me
like to eat
first?
some more. I'm kind of hungry for some more dirt.
It was delicious,
It was
wasn't
very,
it?
very.
It was
very
delicious.
Elder gods.
Oh no, that thing that was under the
tasty. That's what
mountain.
killed us. Or killed.
It was actually good. Like everyone died. No one died. Everyone. 2 people died.
No, I died. I know.
Yeah, I know it was good. Oh yeah, you were here. Yeah,
I was
you
eating
were
the
here
dirt
when he
too.
died because of Jay's actions.
Yes, I couldn't.
I hope he did. I hope he couldn't sleep at night. I hope you gave him good, better shape. But it's up to you.
She's
Love
like,
you, Jay.
No comment.
Yeah.
No comment.
Well, he has had trouble sleeping, but I think that's just like
Yeah,
seasonal crap.
life.
Well, buddy, I'll be honest. I wasn't going to bed. Like, I quit smoking pot for so long, like for 4 months, and I just wasn't sleeping right. I was staying awake until like 2 a.m. and stuff like that. I just wasn't sleeping. Started smoking pot again. Like, buddy, I'm done. Like, I'm finished. I sleep so good now. I swear, my prostate is big, so I always have to pee. I sleep through the night, and I don't piss in bed. I just like I don't even wake up to go pee. It's just
Wake
like
up
I just deal with
soggy.
it. I just deal with it, man. Like I've been having the best sleep since I started smoking pot again. Like the best sleeps. Like the sleeps are so good. My wife was like, "Yeah, yesterday you were lying in bed, we were watching a show. You fell asleep with your cell phone in your hand. You just fell asleep just like that." And I was like, "Oh my god, it was so good."
You should have half of one of those gummies.
No.
How did that work for you? That half of that gummy. It's a tiny little drop, but it's
I'll smoke your thing though.
it's. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh wow!
wait!
Oh,
get
gee.
that! Hey, Adam, I'll get that stone
Stop
coming,
shaking
baby.
it! Stop shaking
Let
it!
me get to the
Stone
stone
coming.
coming.
I cast stone coming everywhere.
I mold
It's
it.
much
I
like
shape
swimming.
it.
Sorry.
Our Twitch channel just got banned.
Yeah.
Stone coming. Well, now we all need shirts that have that
Swords.
on it. That's our saying. That's our motto. Is stone,
That's our
right,
motto.
Red Tail Road.
That's our motto.
Red Tail Road,
Stone
that's right.
coming.
That should be the
That's what
brand
my
that
wife
makes
likes.
the Red Tail Road shirts, right? But anyway, so
Hey,
And with that,
yeah,
adventure done.
so yeah, and with that, we are now.
I still want to get some
YouTube
bag
and
tags with
Twitch.
you, buddy. I think that we can get a better deal than what we're gonna do though. We should almost like make our own. We should find a nice piece of wood that's like round and just like literally cut off our own things and write our own little tags on it
Oh, for bag tags.
for bag tags.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Instead
Sorry,
of ordering them necessarily, and then we just give them out, and we'll make like a dozen. I'll be like top 12 in our group, each get one.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yep.
So, for next game, does the party choose to remain at the menagerie, explore any of these locations en route, head right here, or do you return to the river veins or the well that drops down, see what's going on there? Bear in mind, give me an intelligence check, Boomy, since you're the only, and Thelonious was also present. Since this happened to you, Thelonious.
Wisdom?
Intelligence check.
Or strength. So that'd be 23.
That
Cool.
one.
Oh
23?
no, I'm sorry, 20.
I bless you. I bless you, Billy.
Nope. Refuse it.
I bless
26.
you. I bless you.
It doesn't make a difference. I rolled a one.
Now.
+2. +2. It's a 3 now. It's a 3 now.
Okay.
26.
It dawns on you that if these people have been in those caves looking for things and saying they're finding nothing, they could very easily fully believe that they're finding nothing or seeing nothing. This could everything could just be happening right before their eyes, and when they report their things.
Well, we even noticed that about the people when they
Yeah, the
came back.
guards,
the
The
four
guards
guards
were a
came
little wonky.
Okay, so there is evil under. We
And
may need
murder.
to go back and cleanse.
When your pseudo dragon returns, he informs you that the old man didn't know who I was.
So our they've been corrupted at the fist.
He didn't recognize me at all.
I think we know that this is how we're just going to waste our time if we go to the church.
You also know that
Are we taking a long rest? That's something that we should do.
you found the goblin under St. Augustine's thing that was working at something down there. That was, and you also found Pimple Bottom Brown Trousers down there who was shot
and
mercilessly
killed.
by some random force. You remember that Albright had a goblin hostage and was using her to do something. So perhaps there is a plot afoot to destroy said flaming hand. Sure, it's by elves. Someone. Perhaps maybe even a kobold or two.
I will share that with the party.
And
I feel like if we go to the church, we're going to just uncover that people have been possessed, and
Yeah,
it
it's
might
gonna
be
be
coming
much of
from
the
the same
same.
place.
So you want to proceed back to the well, is what you're saying, and go through that area, or you want to go back to the catacombs?
now, because you guys are having it, you guys take a long or short rest.
I only need a short, but it's up to you
What
guys.
does that short refill you as far as spell slots?
I only use one spell, my 3rd level spell,
Yeah.
and I get half my
Arcane,
cast.
arcane.
So I'm back
Recovery.
to having all my
Recovery,
spells.
sorry.
Oh, what do clerics get back on a short rest?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah. The paladin, I believe, has an option where they can recover spells.
Well, if we're gonna engage in a big battle, then I prefer to be at full
You
strength.
remember what you encountered down there.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't
Yeah,
want to
we
go
don't want
down
you.
there without being at full, and I've used a 1, 2, 3. So I wouldn't mind having the long rest then, as well as
I've
him.
used my 1, 2, 3. Hiya! Suck it to
Do
him.
a lot of spells on a guy.
Harness divine power.
But it was also we didn't know what was in there. I blessed before.
No, that's not it.
Blessed
No, I
before
know.
we saw it. You know, it's level 1.
We murdered that.
Spiritual hammer.
We
level
murdered
2.
that moose.
Who knows what that thing actually could have been?
Oh, for
I
sure.
didn't know it's that line. Could have had
So,
3
I
third level-
immediately asked everybody if
Louise-
we were
Louise
killing.
So
is-
Nate, at 3rd
Louise
level, you can
internally thinking
expend
these things.
a use of your channel divinity to fuel your spells. As a bonus action, you touch your holy symbol out of a prayer and regain 1 expended spell slot. It's a bonus action to do this. You don't even need anything. The level of the spell can be no higher than half your proficiency bonus rounded up.
Whoa.
The number of times you can use this
Where's
creature
this
is
on?
based on your level. You've reached this once you've reached 3rd once more, 7th twice.
That is crazy. What is that thing?
Harness
Who's that
divine
for?
power. It's an option.
Paladins.
Wow.
So as
So
a bonus action,
give
you
us
can use
level
your
2s.
when kind of instead of turning undead. I can send this to you if you want. Like
Yeah.
this is off D&D5e.wiki.com Paladin. That's the one I use all the
Because
time.
it's not.
It's not in the book.
that.
No. It's like this wiki dot is like all the.
Is that a certain version of the paladin that gets that? Like, do you have to choose that as a feat?
It's an option.
No,
If it says you could take it, it's an option to include.
under general.
Oh, so you could just have it. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
certain of these options say this replaces another feature.
And are you going to allow it then if it's optional? Do you allow the optional?
I do, as long as if it says it replaces a feature, then it replaces a feature. It's an
You only
option
get
we
so
have the
many-
source material
You
for.
only
I
get so
don't
many
see
channel
why I would-
divinities. Some
Yep.
will be generic, and some will be
Right.
specific to
Yep.
your oath.
Right. So his channel divinity that he gets what? How many channel divinities do you get right now? One, right?
I get
One.
one. I thought, yeah, because I think the other one is
Like level like
something
13 or something.
that is like my level plus.
Sacred oath, divine health.
It's my divine sense. Number of times it's one plus.
Right. Okay, so your
hands times 5.
divine sense, you can use this. Oh wow! Look at this. You can use it. You can. That's what you can do there.
charisma.
So it's your channel divinity that you use. Channel divinity. There it is. Your oath allows you to choose magical effects when you use your channel divinity option. So that must be up in here then. How many times? Say.
Yeah, is it the
Should
same
just
as
say-
like?
It's right under here, so it's under your sacred oath.
Oh,
Divine
okay.
oath.
And
Go,
yours
go
is
down one more down.
yeah. I just read
So
that.
that's it. Yeah, that's channel.
Yeah. When you but
You
just
can
it,
use the effect of the DC. Oh, the DC.
you must finish a short or long rest your channel divinity. You get one use. Yeah. So you basically get one extra spell slot of at this time 3rd level because you round up. Right? So that's pretty cool. You can get a 3rd level spell slot back.
No, I don't have 3rd level at the moment. Access to 3rd.
Cool, but so it gives you an extra 2nd level spell that you can like bang, right? And like if you're out, you're not out. As long as you haven't turned undead or abjured.
Yeah. But I've used my channel.
Right, to abjured.
So that's why if we're gonna do
A short
I think-
or long rest.
I
That's
think,
cool. That's a short rest. Short rest 4 hours.
Prosecco over there wants a longer.
Yeah, make it long. Then that way, if we're gonna go on a longer quest, then all at least be a full power too.
Asmodeus can help you. We'll be fine.
So the party wants to
I'm an old man. I still need my rest. If we're
The
about to
cleric wants
embark
to
on a
spend the night in
legendary
bed.
adventure to save our brethren, then allow me to replenish my valuable spell slots.
how many you haven't burned any, have you?
I've only used one level 1.
That was the ritual. So that was the to cleanse
No,
the
she did
floors.
detect magic.
Detect magic.
If not for my magical aids, that young lady would have died. You should be rewarding me with my bonus 4 hours.
I need an extra 4 hours.
Are you an elf?
No, I'm a human.
You need 8 hours.
Oh, sorry, I'm an Asimir. I guess,
Oh, okay.
but who presents as human? Yeah.
You're an
Dad
Asimir
had
who
a thing
presents.
for those mortal women.
So I'm just looking to see, Rochelle, if you regain any. Clerics don't get regeneration, I don't believe.
What? That's a spell that we get, but we don't.
No, I mean like the spell regeneration, like the wizard.
But I'm
does.
I don't
also
think we
part
do.
druid.
Druidic spellcasting.
Yeah, the druid is the
same.
same as the cleric for regaining spell.
Wild
casting.
companion. So
Yeah, I don't
no,
think
that's nothing. That's because it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal to be able to regain a spell slot. Yeah, the wizard gets it because the sorcerers get their sorcery points, which they can do other things with too.
It's as if it's under Circle of the Land is natural recovery, but
But you don't
Circle
have
of
What
that.
Moon.
circle are you?
Circle of the Moon.
Sort of move.
So I've
That's the one to take of all the ones. I don't know why
It
you take
beefs you up.
I said there's a circle of
There's like a
spores.
bunch of different ones.
There's
yeah.
there's one I
Like
saw.
the one where you can
There's like a
like,
dream state
infect
one.
people
There's
with-
Druid Circle of Horrors. That was a new one I
Horrors.
saw. That's a homebrew, but it's kind of cool. But yeah, it was Spores and Swamp Druid. There it is. Guildmaster's Guide to Adventure. So anyway, we're getting off topic here. For next game, when we are meeting next, and it's the same day, we're not. Oh, you're taking a long rest. Are we taking a long rest?
if the old man requires it.
I do require it. I need to make sure to rest these old bones so I can be fighting capable and up to tip top shape for the adventure.
During your rest, your imp regales you with the tale of how he raped a family of rats in your honor.
He's talking infernal to me, though. I'm sure.
Yes,
and
I'm
we're
sure he
conversing
is.
eternal and
Yeah.
laughing about it
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Just like the olden days, back on the back on Tartarus.
So,
And you just hear like a blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah,
that's
blah,
it.
blah,
If anyone
blah.
doesn't speak infernal, they have no idea.
Is infernal different than abyssal?
No, I think those are the same. I think abyssal is part of infernal, if I'm not mistaken, because they're both like that's the
From that
demon
realm.
devil.
I'll overhear it. I'm not letting him know that I know, but I'm gonna keep. Okay.
So,
Abyssal,
abyssal,
script,
less
infernal.
infernal's different. Oh no, so infernal's the script, so it's abyssal, same language. You can read and write it. You could make you could write it out if you want.
So I guess it's abyssal.
How's
now.
your calligraphy?
Probably awesome. Maybe I can't. What is infernal script look like? Can you type that in? No.
I speak Dwarvish and
You have a percentage there.
I'm trilingual.
I know, but
It's
I won't.
trilingual.
So I have to
Infernal
look.
language. Oh my gosh! It actually gets thrown at me. It's
Just
crazy.
Script.
Oh, it's
That's
just
just a
like
script.
it's runic. It's runic. So it's like runic and stuff like.
No,
like
this
those.
is these are just.
Yeah.
No, there. Yeah.
So it's just like M equals this weird symbol.
Yeah,
O
yeah,
equals this
exactly.
weird symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you'd still spell moon MOON.
And
You
but
just
you go
in
this.
yeah. Okay.
This,
Cool.
This.
Oh, all right. Yeah. That it looks awesome
So
though. It looks awesome. It's got like
numbers
pitchforks
are the
and
only ones
axes.
that look
Yeah.
different, whereas some of them
Yeah.
obviously.
Some of them look
the
different.
same.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here, oh,
Like that's badass. Like look at that. That's
Wish I
those are
could
some
make this
like
bigger.
look at that one.
I'm sure there's a better.
Super
There's
cool.
a better
Infernal looks awesome. Let's face it.
images.
Just what this druid
Or abyssal, I
looks
guess.
like.
It's abyssal, not infernal.
So you could
Abyssal's
be any of
language.
these. Like
Yeah.
it could be.
So, I
it could
mean,
be
that's-
this.
What? Yeah.
It could be this
So,
if you like. Like
under
we can
languages,
pick
though,
one
I'd write
together.
abyssal.
Like I really don't know what it actually, or if there is an actually looks like. To be honest with
Up
you.
and back.
Well, this is the one for Forgotten Realms. It says.
Yeah, that's what I just had on there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I forgot.
yeah. It was pretty cool.
I don't think. I
What
don't
are-
think
what
there
are
is
the
a
names-
script.
what are the
There
names
isn't a
of the,
script for
of the
druidic. It's
nightmares of
spoken.
hell?
Animals don't.
No,
Animals don't
No, I
write.
It'd
don't
be like
think they write
runes,
it.
no?
No, I think druidic
I
is
think it's just a spoken.
druidic.
Yeah.
I think it's only spoken.
Because they call
Secret
it
language. You
dwarf
speak the
craft,
language.
druidcraft.
Not right. Speak. You and others who know this language automatically spot such a such a message. Spot
Hidden
the message is
messages.
present. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, druid craft.
That's not druidcraft. That's the spell.
Oh,
It's just druidic. You know
Druidic.
druidic is secret
Would
language.
be
I'm thinking of thieves' camp.
So you speak the language. You can use it to lead hidden messages.
It's like thieves markings, but
Yeah.
druidic markings.
Yeah. Like this symbol means this.
and there's Dwarvish.
So the consensus is for officially before we red tail rogues it out here, and you guys can. I'm not saying we have to
Prepare
end, but-
yourselves. And we
Like
will
that.
red tail rogues it out of here.
That's
I'm
right.
getting-
Enjoy the infinite of me.
There we go. The infant. Oh, he was strong.
That's it,
Do
yeah,
it
rub
again.
it.
Do it
I
again.
did already. You're right. You can you just gotta catch it. Don't worry.
All right.
You're just gonna catch up to it.
So there we go. So we're calling it off for now.
Well, no,
Just like
I
one
want to
more-
know where we're doing. The
geez,
consensus
you're right. We have
is
to do what's
I think
consensus.
we're going
Long
for,
rest.
we're going for the cavern. Right?
All right.
cavern, back to the cavern.
Long rest cavern. You got
for
it.
the area that we've already explored. I can screenshot and I can post those. I don't know if you weren't here and you probably haven't seen all like the episodes that were before.
No, but if you direct me to the right one,
Yeah, I think we've got some good pictures of those twisting caverns as well. So we'll.
Do you remember which episode that was in? The Twisting Caverns episode.
I can look.
Yeah. You'd probably recognize it.
This is the place that we went to originally, right?
Originally,
That's
where
where the fighter
where
died.
the
Faces
dwarf
were-
died.
yeah.
So
The dwarf. Dun, dun,
Red Tail
dun.
Rogues. Sorry, yeah, the dwarf fighter.
Was that It's a Good Day to Die?
No,
that's
no. It's right
No,
here.
that was when you died.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So these three. Is it what are these? No, it's Baldur's Gate, Creepy Crawly Catacombs, and the Tomb and the Tentacruel. These.
It's 49, 50.
Yeah. These. Yeah.
Well, you
and-
can just go right to it and just like you'll see the most recent
I
chapter,
won't do
and then
this
you'll
one,
see
actually.
like them in order. You'll see the one when you came in and joined us and everything.
So this is like the first one is them exploring it. So, so if you see if you can see the I'll come back to the beginning and scroll through it because the whole episode is done in here.
Yeah, that's the best shot. That's like when we go through the catacombs initially.
That's it. So Boomy went one way and they went through another tunnel and the two tunnels looped up. The tunnel that the cleric at the time, the bard, and the rogue went through led upward in the cavern. They found an opening, and Boomy went through another cavern and encountered the body of Garuk and an octopus and some site where a ritual was being performed. And that tunnel led to the underneath of this ledge. And then they met up and carried on to the catacombs. Where all hell.
Do we have a shot of the faces in the bottom here?
Oh yeah, we do. I'm not sure if it's this one.
It would be near the end, I think. We like just get there.
There's the fighting the carrion crawlers.
Yep. So it's at the end.
Oh look, carrion crawlers. Almost like
I think it was the next
there it is.
episode.
So this is they've
Yeah,
gone
so
around.
there's gonna be a better picture of it for sure.
Yeah, and they get their way down.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, yeah. So there we go. Yeah, yeah.
Right. So they ended up getting around the cavern into this area. There was a 90-foot slope where they had to go down. The whole thing about this whole adventure section was, did they have enough rope to do it? And they had just enough rope.
There was some good combat.
They had to
too.
go back and get rope
There was some
actually
good
that they
combat.
used to come back. They had to retrieve it. It was good.
I would send someone down to home hardware quick.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty
Right?
much.
Everyone had their starting rope, and no one went out and bought more rope. So okay. But and it ended up down that tunnel. Now while they're down in that tunnel, other people had left while the wizard and the cleric were exploring. They cleaned out that led up to a well on the ground floor, like in the town of Tumbletown. And then they were exploring and recording all the information they could from this site. This is where that pool is, where that mirror I was talking about.
So do we notice that? So do we all know that we're losing memories and stuff like that? Do we know that this is happening?
Some of us are having a hard time remembering
Some
names.
things.
That's what I mean. Have we audibled it basically, or not?
Well, you're still remembering, but it's like other people that you've noticed it.
I'm also the smartest person, so I often am like, yeah, I gotta remind you that
yeah.
that guy's name is
Oh, I
Garuk.
see how it is. All right, there's a new Drakkar in town. There's a new Drakkar in town.
Well, none
Okay.
of you would have
Buddy,
known, so I'm
I
just
hope-
letting you know.
I hope your
No,
character's
not-
got the big head on it. Like,
Oh yeah,
You're new. You'd need to be told who these people were.
that's right.
I
So
what is that? Oh my God! It's the Undertaker. Well,
Did you take it or throw
no,
it? I
he
just
didn't.
saw it
No,
there.
no, he left it here.
no, I
Oh, hold on.
I
I was
threw
gonna
it
ask
all
you
out.
how it went.
they're all out. No, last time I went was with you, and maybe I'll go with you again this Saturday. You want to hit up try and VA Barry this time? No, you want
You
to
can
go
do
VA?
whatever.
All right. So it'd probably have to be like 8 a.m. though, then, unfortunately. Kids got to swim. You know, I'm the
Yeah.
one who's in charge of that, so I got to be back for like 11.
That sure
So-
should work.
So I'd pick you up
Hopefully
on like,
next Wednesday,
7:30.
you guys are going back to the caverns. See what you can do. That's what I will plan for.
All right.
Please don't change your mind last minute. Give me at least 3 days warning
What are you
before the
talking
game
about?
if you decide to go somewhere else.
Or wait, what? What are you talking about?
If you decide to go
So if we're
somewhere
not
else in
going
town,
back here, let him know.
Oh, okay.
right?
Well,
But I think everybody's agreed.
yeah, long
Yeah, I
rest,
just think at
long
some point
rest.
we need to try to retrieve the Eye of Galore.
You don't want to wait.
Well, the Eye of Galore
you
is
probably
down
don't want to
there.
wait for this
No, it's
festival to
not.
happen.
Yeah,
I-
that's where they.
no.
No,
Probably not
no,
waiting
that's
until
where
then.
Oh,
Thinking
it's
that
the
because
well.
we have
yeah,
a big
the
well
well is
right
where
there.
it is.
The
Yeah.
Eye of Galore
As-
is with
as-
the being.
That's
like
true.
the-
That's true. So why exactly are we going
Shoggoth.
back here? Wait. I want to know why exactly are we going back to this well again? What's our motivation for going back to the well?
Because it's the source of what just tried to take over the town.
Okay, so we think it's the source of the poison is
Water.
coming
So
from.
the earthquake
don't-
came from here.
The guy who was down here, you never got rid of. He had a gibbering mouther as a familiar.
Had being operative word.
To have a gibbering mouther as a familiar is no small feat.
Yeah.
They're not nice. You guys found that out. It was bad.
So this is what we're assuming right now is the cause of the poison that's happening in the well from the underground stream, the secret hidden underground stream that happens to be around the location that they said that it could be.
We think.
Oh yeah.
We think.
All right, with the well that's there and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't get a chance to attack
I
it?
totally forgot I had it. Like I'm attuned to it, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
did, but I should have used
All right. Well, let's call it then for tonight.
Moose.
One more look at this guy over here.
Look at that
The
awesome
Lamoose.
setup, guys. We got the
What a setup! and
little
beauty.
ramp that leads down to
But
the,
you know
to
what?
the
You
vent.
guys are the real setup.
That's
Oh, RTR. Red Tail
Now I'm
Rose.
feeling the love.
And
See,
now
it
we're out.
wasn't at
Yes,
first,
feel the,
yeah.
feel the love flowing through you. You're fake Desmodius.
Wait, that's not love. That doesn't smell like love.
Love, hatred. It's a very fine line.
All right.
They
And
both
we're,
taste the same.
and we are out. Red Tail Rose. And